Ass with the dick, got the quick on the drug. Shower with the cuz, them cunt like I saw. Ass with the dick, got the quick on the drug. Shower with the cuz, them cunt like I saw. Ass with the dick, got the quick on the drug. Shower with the cuz, them cunt like I saw. Ass with the dick, got the quick on the drug. Shower with the cuz, them cunt like I saw.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Michigan sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. And now we've got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams.
He's crazy.
Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Ben Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Remember that.
Hello, and welcome into the show, everybody. Happy Friday. Lots to get to today. Got some football, got some baseball. I guess maybe not as much as I thought. Football and baseball. We're going to start right here. Let's just rock and roll.
What?
Getting into the weekend. I think I say that phrase too much. It's 2026. There's not a whole lot of rock and roll being played. We'll think of something else. The Gibbs saga is over. Jahmyr Gibbs signs a contract with the Detroit Lions up to $75 million. Holy crap. Oh, Kyle, when I saw this number, I'm not going to lie. I saw it. I saw the $22.5 million per year, and I went, ugh, kind of a lot of money. But then I thought about everything that I told our audience throughout the course of this week. If this is the price of admission it takes to get Jahmyr Gibbs on the field in order to try to go contend to win a Super Bowl, I think there is no price that would be too much. He's one of those rare 1% guys. I wouldn't be saying sign any sort of running back, extend any sort of first-round running back. Even the really good ones, it's like, yeah, you probably just move off of them. It's more dependent on the offensive line. Gibbs is probably one of two active running backs in the NFL that's worth a contract like that. It's him and Bijan Robinson, both first-round picks in that 2023 draft class. I think those are the two favorites to be the offensive player of the year. None of them have done it yet. But I checked Jahmyr Gibbs' odds just this morning, and they have just like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. These guys were tied to see who could have the shortest odds to win offensive player of the year. And I checked this morning, Gibbs is plus 650. Like, Gibbs is the overwhelming favorite to win this award because Montgomery's gone, because Dan Campbell said they want to use him as a bell cow back, because every advanced metric tells you that Jahmyr Gibbs has been one of the most explosive running backs in the NFL the last 3 seasons, because of the amount of touchdowns that this guy scores more than anybody the last 3 years. Yes, I really, from the bottom of my heart, don't think there is a price that would have made me go, yeah, this is not worth it for Jahmyr Gibbs. It's expensive, don't get me wrong. It's going to be one of the highest cap hits on the team eventually, but this is the price it takes to get Jahmyr Gibbs on the field. I don't think the Lions get to call themselves Super Bowl contenders without Jahmyr. So I am glad that this is just over with, squashed, and the Lions can move on and start getting ready for this season with arguably their best player back on the field.
It's exactly what we talked about the last couple days. The second we saw the number, everyone was going to have the same reaction. Ooh, man, yikes. But then 10 seconds later, you're all going to have the same reaction as well. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start the season now.
It's time for football now. Like, we can move away from all the distractions. Now we can have the conversation of, can Jahmyr Gibbs win the Offensive Player of the Year? What does the season look like for the Lions? What is this offense going to look like? Is he going to be the bell cow? All that stuff can finally happen now because he is paid, despite the number being, yes, it's extremely high. We kind of sniffed this out, though, right? Yesterday, the second that Jonathan Taylor signed, it was like, okay, there's no reason for Jahmyr Gibbs not to sign now, because it certainly feels like at this point he wanted to wait it out to be the final guy that was paid so that he could guarantee that he was the top guy paid. He did exactly that. I love the classic, hey, this is the same exact contract that Bijan Robinson got. Here's a $500K signing bonus, though.
Right. Here's $250 extra $1,000 a year. Yeah,
like their contracts, I don't know if you saw just the way that they're divvied up. They are literally the exact same deal, except Gibbs just has $500,000 more guaranteed.
Yeah. I'm fine with it.
It's hilarious.
Let's go. Now Now it's time to actually assess the schedule and be like, all right, here's what the Lions are capable of this year. Here's what we think this offense can be. Not that there was any real threat that Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't going to be playing football this year. I don't think anybody thought it was going to get to that point. But it's nice that he's officially signed and can be back at practice. Lions are 6 days away from their first preseason game. I doubt he plays in that or any preseason game for that matter. But now it's truly time to start thinking about, like, hey, is 30 touchdowns on the table for Jahmyr Gibbs? Is there a possibility that he has these, like, this rare one-of-one type of season that truly puts himself in, like, I don't want to say Hall of Fame status because it's so hard to make the NFL Hall of Fame, but can he have one of those seasons that's just for the history books? It's like, I can't believe what this guy did back in the 2026 season. And I think the answer is without a doubt, yes, he can achieve something like that this year.
100%.
New offensive. Like, I think about it like this, too. The Lions averaged 33 points per game in 2024. Yeah, maybe their offensive line's a tick worse. Definitely is. Jahmyr Gibbs is just a better player than he was in 2024. Jamison Williams, just a better player than he was in 2024. Jared Goff, just a better player than he was in 2024. I think he gets better with every season that goes by. This should be one of the NFL's premium offenses once again this season. I keep telling folks I think they're going to be a lot closer to winning that 1 seed in the version of themselves that they were in 2024 than they are to last year where they didn't make the playoffs at all. Jahmyr Gibbs being the bell cow and them fixing up the offensive line and going up against a bunch of crappy defenses throughout the year, that's part of the reason why I think that this is going to be one of the most dangerous offenses in the NFL this season.
And I don't know about you, Ben. Maybe this is just me going full, like, football nerd geek out moment here. But Gibbs getting paid on top of there actually being football on the TV last night, I am just so amped.
I'm ready.
Like, I'm ready. I'm here. I know that it's the first week of August, people. I know some people hate that. I'm ready for football.
Well, don't be ready too quickly because we've still got a Tigers team that is within striking distance.
Football.
No, come on. Within striking distance, to say the least. They are 1 game out from the wild card. Could get that spot as soon as tonight. 3.5 out from the division now. This is a legitimate pennant race from this point going forward. I'm just going to start ripping off a ton of stats. You tell me when to stop because there's a tremendous amount of not only like a volume of Tiger stats, but the quality of these just to represent how hot they've been is astonishing. So I'm just going to start ripping stats. You tell me when to stop.
Can I ask something really quickly to end the Gibbs thing?
Yeah, of course.
Because we do have Sauce Boss asking this as well. We don't know the details on the 5th-year option with this Gibbs extension yet, correct?
No, but I'd assume they picked up the 5th year and then it's an extra 3 years on top of it because they already picked up the 5th-year option.
Yes. So that's because he's asking, is this a 3-year extension on top of the 2 years he had left, so we have him for 5 more years? I believe that is the case.
Correct.
Yeah. Just wanted to go over that quickly.
Good point of detail, Kyle. Way to dot the I's and cross the T's. All right, I'm going to rip off Tiger stats. You tell me when to stop. The Tigers have matched their entire month of May in the last 9 games. In May, they won 6 games. In the last 9 games, they won 6 games. In May, they scored 81 runs. The last 9 games, they've scored 81 runs.
I think we need to stop already.
All right, that's stat number 1, according to Tigers data on Twitter.
Are you kidding me?
That's insane.
Because May, I mean, that has been something that we've continuously gone back to, and it was honestly why the trade deadline went the way that it did. Scott Harris mentioned that, we were just too bad in May. I feel good about our team, but we were way too bad in May. 9 games, they've done what they did over a full month.
Yep. What they're doing the last 9 games is like, I mean, there's a reason they're within striking distance of that wild card spot now. They're not only winning games, but they are like murdering teams. There's a couple more stats to reflect that coming up.
Even this, like since the game that they had the blowout or the blown game to the Baltimore Orioles, where it was like
Scooble's last start?
Yeah, like since that game, they have scored 8+ runs in all but one of those games, and it was the loss to Seattle.
And how many games is that? 6?
6 games. They've scored 13, 8, 11, 8, 11, and then the one game they scored 2. Ridiculous. Like they're outscoring their teams. A lot of these are blowouts. 11-0, 8-0, 11-0.
Hey, it's hard for the bullpen to blow a lead when you're putting up that many runs.
I mean, the run differential in the last 6 games beats Cleveland's for the season, like by 1 million. It's crazy.
The Tigers now have a +80 run differential, which is the second best in the entire American League, only behind the Yankees at +81.
Yep, Twins Guardians still with a negative run differential. Just worth noting.
Classic. Next stat, 5-1, Max Spark Clark. That's the record that they have when he's on the team. Traded away Scooble, brought up Max Clark. They've just been winning.
Any coincidence his name is Spark?
No, not at all. The Tigers have won 6 consecutive road series for the first time since 1988. Wasn't this team like 8-27 on the road at some point this season? And now they just are going on the West Coast and demolishing teams' hopes and dreams.
Yeah, they were the worst team in baseball on the road for like 2.5 months, 3 months.
First time since 1988 that they've won 6 consecutive road series.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm going to take a small victory lap on something we talked about way earlier on this season. Do you remember when Framber Valdez had his meltdown against, I don't even remember who it was against, and he got tossed from the game? It was the big one. He got tossed from the game for throwing right at somebody's head.
Yeah, I can't, the Mets maybe? I can't really remember.
Remember when that happened and everyone was all pissed at Framber Valdez, and I was the only guy who sat in front of a microphone and was like, no, this makes teams not want to mess with the Tigers. It wasn't Naylor, right? It wasn't Seattle earlier this year. But I remember somebody was acting a fool, and it was like somebody pimped a home run and launched their bat. It was like, okay, cool. Framber's going to hit you right now to teach you a lesson. You do not do that against the Tigers. Maybe some people don't like it. He should have rightfully been ejected from that game, but it sends a message. If I'm on the mound, don't do dumb stuff.
I think it was against the Red Sox.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah.
They were doing dumb stuff. Fine. You want to do the dumb stuff? Be ready to be thrown at. Guess what? Seattle does some dumb stuff. That would have been Wednesday, right? Or it would have been Thursday. Seattle does some dumb stuff. Cal Raleigh calls for Gleyber Torres to get hit by a pitch, right? Josh Naylor's just always acting like a moron. Framber Valdez is on the mound on Friday. And guess what happens? Or on Thursday. Framber Valdez is on the mound yesterday, and guess what they do? They don't start Josh Naylor, and they don't start Cal Raleigh. Why?
How crazy is that?
It's not crazy at all because they don't trust those guys to not get into it with Framber Valdez because they know Framber Valdez is gunning for them if they decide to do anything funky since the tensions are already high in this series. So a small moment from earlier this season, Framber Valdez showing the opposing team, if you mess with us, I will throw with you, actually came back to help the Tigers yesterday. I told you guys that months ago when everyone was so mad at him, and this is ridiculous. You're not allowed to throw at people anymore. I said, this is going to come back to help the Tigers at some point because it's going to prove to teams when Framber Valdez is on the mound, don't screw around with us. Seattle was so scared of this guy that they didn't even start 2 of their better players. Great stuff from Framber. That's the kind of edge that this team needs. And by the way, he pitched phenomenally yesterday.
Getting worked up on a Friday, Ben.
I'm excited.
Man.
Tigers have an energy to
Framber,
him.
It was very... I was nervous for the Framber start, honestly. Not for the fact that he hasn't been great, but just for what you said. Like, hey, this game 3 against Seattle is, like, crucially important, honestly. It's one of the bigger games they've had in a while. You have to win this game. And I was just scared that Framber's mentality was going to be, I'm going to drill some of these guys. Could care less about the start. And obviously that wasn't. He goes 7. It was like a vintage Framber Valdez start. He doesn't strike out a ton of dudes. Only 5 Ks through 7 innings, but just a lot of soft contact.
Double
only
plays.
2 walks. Yeah, they forced like so many double plays in this series, like the most a team has all season long. I saw that stat as well. Pretty hilarious. And worth noting, Framber Valdez, his last 3 starts, he's gone 18 innings with a 2 ERA, a 2 flat ERA. Like,
he's figuring it out.
We're starting, and that was something that we have discussed as well. Not saying that he is fully back now. Framber Valdez wasn't going to stay this bad.
No.
He just wasn't going to. Now, whether that means it takes till next year for him to not be this bad, or it's going to have a shift here at the end of the season, hopefully, and luckily, it seems like that is going to be something that is shifting at the end of the season now.
Next stat, Tigers have a plus 55 run differential their last 8 games. Last team to do that was the 2019 Astros. Last Tigers team to do that was the 1935 team.
2019 Astros, pretty good team, too.
Another one for you. Cleveland's 4-11 in their last 15 games. Oh, catching
pump
strays.
The brakes there because we love to trash on Cleveland.
I hate Cleveland, man.
The city or the Guardians? Or both?
I don't really hate the Browns, so I guess I won't say the city. I don't really like the city of Cleveland's not that bad. I will give it that.
I think it's just the Guardians.
It's not
I hate
a bad
the Guardians.
City. Yeah, I hate the Guardians.
There's one more stat that I want to get
Cavs.
into.
I hate the Cavs.
I don't hate the Cavs.
I do. They killed this Pistons season.
They beat themselves.
If LeBron would have went back there, I would have liked him.
There's one more stat, and in fact, it's a group of stats that have to do with one player who's inching closer towards being in a conversation that I don't think any of us thought we could put him in, and that is the MVP. This is kind of Kyle's baby topic. Not baby topic, like it's his baby as a topic. So I'm going to let him take over when we come back regarding one specific Detroit Tiger. It's the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. 9 o'clock hour, as always, is brought to you by Iron Stack Technology. You know, we talk about the game plan all the time on this show, the execution of it. That is how Iron Stack approaches IT. They help businesses stay secure, efficient, and ready for what's next so you can focus on your mission instead of your tech. That's Iron Stack Technology, solution-driven, mission-focused. You can check them out online at ironstacktechnology.com. The show, as always, is brought to you by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Protect your home with Bresky Siding and Building Repair, the experts who do the job right the first time. Whether you have a leaky roof, storm damage, siding looking tired, Bresky has you covered. Locally owned, trusted, and dedicated to keeping Midland area homes safe and looking sharp. Quality materials, skilled craftsmanship, and service that puts your family first. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Bresky Siding and Building Repair today and keep your home strong for years to come.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. on 100.9 The Mid.
So we were reading a bunch of Tiger stats for you in the open, but there's now an overwhelming amount of stats that suggest that one Detroit Tiger should be in MVP conversations. Kyle, you brought this to my attention yesterday, and you were totally spot on about it the further I looked into it. So I don't want to steal your thunder here, so come on in and make your
Yeah,
case.
well, that's all right. I think that you probably share the same ideology as me. I just felt that after this series against Seattle, Dillon Dingler has once again just shown his value to this team at an immense rate. One of the stats I saw yesterday that really pointed it out, and then it made me dive into this a little bit more, was series this season, individual player series this season, where a guy has 6 hits and 3 home runs. Dillon Dingler has now done that 3 different times. A series with 6 hits and 3 homers. Yesterday goes 3 for 6. All other catchers in baseball, not the American League, the National League, every catcher of the year combined also has 3. There's only been 3 other guys that have done it each one time. Dingler's done it 3 times. And it just got me thinking, does Dillon Dingler deserve to be in MVP conversations right now? Based off of the year that he's having, based off of the phrase most valuable player. You know, when you look at generic sportsbook right now, Dillon Dingler is one of the 7 names that you actually can place to win the MVP. He's at the bottom there. But some of the names that are ahead of him, I'm like...
5th shortest odds, though.
Yeah, 5th shortest odds, you're right. But some of the names that are on there, I'm just like, these guys are above Dillon Dingler right now. Worth noting, Yordan Alvarez is going to win the MVP. Like, he is the MVP. But it's very similar to, like, at the end of the season in the NFL, when Joe Burrow and the Bengals have won 4 straight games, and it's like, wait, should Burrow be the MVP?
Or McCaffrey has like one of his insane seasons, and it's like, oh, McCaffrey's going to finish third
should
here.
McCaffrey be the MVP? There's always that guy at the end of the season that has no chance of actually winning the award.
Happy to be on the ballot.
But everyone is just kind of bored of like, oh, this guy's already won it, so let's just act like someone else might win the MVP. I think that's Dillon Dingler right now. I think he's low-key the MVP, whereas Yordan Alvarez is. Because if you look at some of Dillon Dingler's numbers right now, he is tied with both PCA and Shohei Ohtani in homers with 26. Those guys are tied for the co-lead for the National League MVP. He's tied for 2nd in the American League in RBIs. He's top 20 across all baseball in total OPS. And the most important one is the F4 right now is at a 5.4, which only trails Yordan Alvarez in the American League at a 5.7. And I think if we just even dumb this down a little bit, like Cal Raleigh last year had the crazy catcher MVP type season and didn't win it. So it's going to be very difficult for a catcher to win the MVP. But there isn't the Aaron Judge crazy year this year. Mm-hmm. Alvarez having a great season. It's on an Astros team that's worse than the Tigers. You know? And when you boil it down, like the MVP, Dingler's the reigning Gold Glove winner.
Yep.
Like he's the best defensive catcher in baseball, no doubt about it. He's the best all-around catcher in baseball. His value that he provides to the Tigers on a day-to-day basis, especially now that they have Valencia, who they feel comfortable in the lineup, where Dingler can be the designated hitter more times than not. I just think that when you look at most valuable player, Dingler has been way more valuable to the Tigers, who are better than the Astros, than Yordan Alvarez has been to Houston.
Well, take a listen to this. Dillon Dingler, in terms of WARs, 5.4. The second best catching WAR in baseball is Gabriel Moreno at 2.9. It's not quite double, but it's pretty close in terms of the WAR, the fact that he's that high. And, like, look, Yordan Alvarez is probably going to win the Triple Crown.
And I had it wrong. Houston does have the better record right now. I was looking at a stat from a month ago, but still.
Look, Yordan Alvarez is probably going to win Triple Crown. I think every Tigers fan is kind of rooting against that because it's nice that Miguel Cabrera kind of, his legacy lives on if he is the last guy to win a Triple Crown. So kind of rooting against Yordan Alvarez for a handful of different reasons here. That guy's a DH. Like, you have to have this special of a season to win MVP as a DH or be Shohei Ohtani. Dillon Dingler's out there every single day putting up some of the best, like, at a premium defensive position. Dillon Dingler's out there putting in work every single day. He's 2nd in RBI in the American League. I don't know if you said that. 2nd in F4, 4th in home runs, 7th in OPS. 12th in total hits. He has a 69.5 success rate on ABS challenges. That ranks second amongst all catchers, not just American League. Second amongst all catchers with at least 65 attempts at the challenge this year. He's immaculate behind the dish. He is mashing at the plate. I'm with you. He's the Christian McCaffrey honorary, hey, you're on the MVP ballot, congratulations guy. He's not going to win it. It's going to be Jordan.
Oh, Aiden Hutchinson actually should be up for the Heisman. You know, like...
Yeah, it is kind of adjacent to that.
It's one of those.
It is. And I'm so... And I don't want to say we dumped on Dillon Dingler yesterday, but we pretty blatantly said he should not get a contract extension when we were talking about a bunch of the guys that win contracts.
It doesn't make sense for him either.
No, it doesn't make sense for anybody to give him a contract extension at 27 years old right now with 3 years left of team control. It doesn't make any sort of sense. With that being said, this guy is amazing. I love everything that Dillon Dingler has gave the Tigers this year. I think it's like now out of the conversation who's been the best Tiger this year. It's Dillon Dingler.
Oh, yeah. And that's the craziest part is like coming into the season, if you would have said the year that Kevin McGonigal's going to have, you know, like just what he has done this season, still has the best like regular WAR on the team. The F-WAR is the more important stat anyways, but you would have been like, oh, McGonigal's having the best year as a Tiger.
Or
He's
if I
the
would have
best
told
Tiger.
you, hey, Riley Green's going to have an even better season
Right.
than he did last year, you would have been like, oh, Riley Green's the best Tiger. No, Dillon Dingler's blown our expectations out of the water.
Even just like when you think about like, hey, right now at the beginning of the season in August, we're going to be doing a show where we're like, Dingler might be the MVP. What? Like, are you kidding me? And we're not just making this up. Like I said, I mean, he's the lone Tiger that you can. There's only 7 guys in the American League that have odds listed, and 2 of them are just on the Red Sox because the Red Sox are playing good. Like Wilson Contreras and Serdane Rafaela are not MVP candidates, and they have the same odds as Dillon Dingler right now. Their numbers don't even come close to Dillon Dingler's.
I think he finishes on the ballot. I don't know how many guys.
He should be top 3. It should be Alvarez, Caminero, and Dingler. Sorry, Ben Rice. You were amazing to start the season. The Yankees are really good, so maybe they do deserve having the guy there. But I'm taking Dingler over Ben Rice every day of the week.
How many guys actually end up on the ballot? Oh, it's like 18 guys.
Those are just guys who get votes. You know, it's similar to every MVP.
Right.
Anybody can get a vote. I don't necessarily know. Like, I think the finalist, it is 3. I'm pretty sure. But I think he belongs in the top 3 right now with Alvarez. Caminero totally deserves it. He's having an incredible season. And Dingler. Like Bobby Witt being on here, dude, you're having a great year, sure.
He's hurt.
Your team blows.
And he's hurt.
Yeah, like the Royals stink. What are we doing having him in MVP conversations?
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
No, it's not. And I can't believe we've made it here with a guy like this. And it just proves even further that, like, if you're still salty about the trade deadline, be a half-glass full person, man. Look what the Tigers have currently. Rookie of the Year favorite, a potential MVP, ballot guy. Riley Green, 3-time All-Star. Job's on the mound this Saturday. I'm excited.
New Cy Young and Troy Melton.
I love what the Tigers have going for them. 989-837-6125 if you're looking for a steady hand when it comes to your financial future. Kevin Spencer with Edward Jones right here in our community takes the time to understand what matters most to you, helps build a strategy to get you there. Reach out to Kevin Spencer at Edward Jones today because your goals deserve a plan that's personal.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mix. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Myth.
(989-837-6125) 9:30. It's time to take over, Kyle. Hit us with the news.
The Mitts Morning Catch.
All right, we got a lot of news to get into. We got to talk about that football game, Ben. But first off, let's take a look at the Covenant Healthcare Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Report. We let you know the other day that Jackson Jobe is set to return for the Tigers tomorrow. Very excited for that. Super duper excited for that, actually. AJ Hinch also letting us know yesterday that a guy who's been out for a while and you kind of forget about.
Parker.
No. Wenzel Perez is expected to start his rehab in AAA. He actually started it last night with the Mud Hens.
He can stay there.
That's what I was going to say, but then I was like, no, he'll still be on the roster over like Ben Malgieri, or they would just DFA James Outman. I would assume,
I guess.
at least. But I don't know. James Outman, since Max Clark has gotten called up, have you seen this? He's 3 for 3.
No.
Hasn't started a single game, but he's just come in and pinch hit, and he's 3 for 3. So
I think I'm just good on Wenzel Perez. I mean, I don't know. He had a playoff moment last year.
I think he deserves the roster spot over the two guys I just mentioned.
Sure. I think you're right.
But you're right in the fact that, like, I'm all set if he's contributing, like, if he has to be a contributor.
Well, okay, wait. If Carpenter and Veerling, like, do we think he deserves a spot over Veerling?
True, because Veerling, I don't know how long he's going to be out. Carpenter likely rejoins the team this weekend because, as mentioned earlier, he was with the team in Seattle, and he's eligible to come off the injured list today. So he might come off the injured list today and be in the lineup versus the Giants. We'll see if Hinch says anything.
Because that's probably how Ben Malgieri gets out of here. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, I would assume they would rather do that than cut Outman at this point, just to have Outman as like, oh, you can be a center fielder for us. But it would be a lefty for a righty, so I guess, I don't know.
Then maybe it's just James Outman. Because I think, if it was me, I would just get rid of James Outman and Ben Malgieri and bring in Carpenter and Wenzel Perez when the time comes.
Once he returns, yeah. Perez,
I mean, I'd love to get rid of McKinstry, too. Good God.
I think he just still has a roster spot on the team.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just because he can play everywhere. But, man, he sucks as an outfielder. He sucks.
And as a base runner this year, too.
Yeah, what happened with him? Why is he just suddenly a terrible base runner?
I have no idea. He's been, really bad. Hopefully, though, we'll get to a point where he's not in the lineup every day. As mentioned, Tigers, Giants.
Can I say one thing with him?
Yep.
Have we ever seen him make a nice play in the outfield? Ever? I can't think of one. Fire up Chips, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really think of one either. But yeah, fire up Chips.
Usually it's him running up to a fly ball. It's like, oh, like a good, not even a great, but like a good, anyone who actually plays outfield can get under it. And I swear I've just seen him let it bounce and it come up and him grab it and save a double 1,000 times. It's just always what it is. He can't actually make the play.
It's another late nighter tonight for the Tigers. Tigers-Giants at 10:15. Kiter Montero getting the start tonight. As mentioned, Jackson Jobe is tomorrow. And then when the Tigers return from this West Coast trip, they'll have Monday off. And it's the biggest 6-game stretch of the season. It really decides the Tigers' fate of the rest of their year, I think, with 3 at home against Cleveland, 3 at home against Chicago.
Yeah. If they go 2-4 during that stretch.
Yeah, you're probably just not making the playoffs.
Correct.
And definitely not winning the division. So excited for that, but got to get through this series with the Giants first. Even if you don't get swept here against the Giants, I feel good. We mentioned it going into this. I mean, obviously I want to win the series, but we mentioned
Giants suck.
We mentioned going in a West Coast trip is just tough to do. We said if you can split, you go 3-3 on the West Coast trip, I'm happy. And right now they're 2 for 3. So if they go 4-2, that'd be awesome.
I mean, they're more than 2 for 3 though. They won the 8th.
Sorry, I meant I don't. Do we even count that fake team? I was mainly talking about.
It's a part of the West Coast trip.
You're right. It is part of it. I was mainly just talking about Seattle, San Francisco.
Sure.
Okay. Football last night. We're gonna do a yes or no here. Carson Beck is the future of the NFL.
No.
Okay, Carson Beck is the future quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals.
Still no.
Kenny Pickett still sucks.
True. Yes.
Okay, that was all I had. Yeah, the Panthers win this one 33-30 because Haynes King from Georgia Tech came in and really was pretty good for the Panthers. But Carson Beck shining, 15 of 19, 188 yards and a touchdown. His touchdown pass was really nice. He had a really nice deep ball as well. A lot of people very excited about what Carson Beck had to offer last night for the Cardinals. I don't know, Jacoby Brissett. I don't know, man. Maybe all this contract feuding you did was not a good idea.
I had no idea Haynes King was on the Panthers until like 2 hours before kickoff, and I was like, wait, Haynes King is on the Panthers? This guy rocked for the last 2 years in college football.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun to see him. Yeah, I don't know, man. I still think Brissett's kind of the starter going forward for the Cardinals. They wouldn't pay him just to sit on the bench. Maybe Beck takes over at the end of the year. You got to remember, he's going up against a secondary that's, maybe wouldn't even stick out at the D2 level, and a pass rush that can't get to the quarterback.
Wouldn't stick out at the D2 level? What does that even mean? These are NFL players.
Kinda.
They're better than, they're the guys from college that made it to the NFL.
They're the guys at college who made it on a practice squad is what they did.
That team is whooping any college team.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not all that impressed by Carson Beck's ability to pick apart a third string secondary.
Sure. I'm also not. I just think it's super fun to overreact to the Hall of Fame game. It's like one of the pillars of the season, which is just the best. And did you see, by the way, because I wasn't really watching or listening to this game. I kind of was just keeping up with it. Chris Collinsworth yesterday did the whole, like, after like a drive of Carson Beck, just hits with the, I don't know, Mike, like, Carson Beck, he might be the future. And Tirico, like, cuts him off, and he's like, we're not doing this right now, Chris.
That's good. I'm glad that those guys have not lost any steps.
So good. Okay, Lions extending Jahmyr Gibbs. They have now piled up $1 billion in extensions with Brad Holmes drafted players. Jahmyr Gibbs, Aiden Hutchinson, Jack Campbell. Jared Goff wasn't drafted by the Lions, but you know what I mean. St. Brown, Sewell, J-Mo, Kirby Joseph, and Aleem McNeil. That's over $1 billion that the Lions have handed out. I think one thing that we have to do with Gibbs getting paid is another round of applause and a thank you to Brad Holmes, because he's drafted and acquired a lot of really, really good players, and they've all been paid, and yet somehow he hasn't lost any of them yet. I don't know how, and I'm scared that they'll lose Laporta or Branch at this point, but just crazy, man.
Yeah, it's a little frightening with Laporta and Branch, but I've said this for about a year. Until Brad Holmes actually can't pay one of his draft picks, I am not that worried about it. Until I actually see him not be able to pay one of them, I'm not that worried.
And he still hasn't, which is just crazy. So
I think
shout out to Brad
Laporta's
Holmes.
next.
Laporta's next to get paid?
Yeah.
I would assume he gets paid pre-Branch at this point,
Yeah.
which I didn't really think that a couple months ago. But
it sucks when you're not healthy.
Yeah, and Laporta is healthy now, which it sounds like he's like fully healthy, which is great to see.
Had a quiet camp so far, so maybe this is all strategic. Like, yeah, we're gonna let him have a crappy year. Not gonna give him the. Hey, Drew. Hey, Mr. Petzing, don't throw him the ball. I'm gonna get his market value down.
Genius. Okay, we'll save the Kawhi Leonard stuff for the second seg of the news, because I think that's pretty funny. We'll end the news with a couple of Tigers prospect things, because, boy, a guy who we haven't talked about much over the last week or so because we've been so fixated on Zaire Hope and Max Clark prospect-wise for the Tigers. Josue Briseño went deep again last night for the Erie Seawolves, Ben. 15 games in Erie since coming back from a rehab in Lakeland and an injury. 7 homers.
Yeah, I think he's ready to play in AAA,
I think he's ready to go to Toledo, and
which
maybe
officially
that would
means he's knocking on the door for Spencer Torkelson's job
for day one next year.
Correct.
Yes, for opening day 2027, I believe Josue Briseño has a pretty good shot to make it if he does get called up to AAA for the end of the season. But another guy that might get called up at AAA at the end of the season is Zaire Hope, because he goes deep for the first time with Erie last night. Also had a really nice play in the outfield where he gunned down a runner at second. Good stuff. That's a fun Erie team to watch right now with both Hope and Briseño on it. But yeah, I think Josue he's ready to go up, which is very exciting. It's just another lefty, man.
Opening day 2027.
Woo.
Riley Green in left field, Max Clark in center field, Zaire Hope in right field, McGonigal at third, Baez at short, Colt Keith or Howley at second, Briseño at first, Dingler behind the desk, Melton or Job on the mound. Sounds like an AL Central championship to me.
And Zach McKinstry, DH.
No.
Eduardo Valencia, baby.
Sure. Yeah, sure. And Kerry Carpenter's just like, wait, what about me? 989.
And Torkelson sent to Mars.
There's still a weird amount of people that really like Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah, weird is a nice way to put it.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mid. Nothing pairs better with game day than an ice-cold Yingling. Whether you're locked in for kickoff, tip-off, or final inning, it's got that crisp, smooth taste that just hits right. Kind of like your team when they're firing on all cylinders, like the Tigers have been as of late. It's one of those simple game day staples. You've got the crew, the TV's up loud, Jason Benetti's in your ear, and something cold is in your hands. You're all set. Another round of Yingling, and now it really does feel like a game day.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, really random question here. So, like, what's going on with Jalen Duren? In the midst of
Really?
like
We're
all
going
of this
here.
football conversation, Jameer Gibbs getting signed, and
I thought we were having a happy day today.
and the Tigers within striking distance of both the Central and the wild card. It's worth mentioning, like, Jalen Duren just still hasn't signed a contract. What the hell, man? I really thought this would be done by now, and it's kind of bringing me down that once in a while this thought just pops in my head. It's like, oh wait, Jalen Duren hasn't signed yet. Does Trajan Langdon need to go like have a 1 hour, 2 hour meeting with Brad Holmes to figure out how to do this? Because Brad Holmes has had no problem getting his guys done. I have no idea what to say about this Jalen Duren situation at this point. How is he not under contract with the Pistons at this point? There's no way he's playing for another team. The Pistons have basically come out and said he will not play for another team. They're not going to trade him. What is the holdup here? How is he not just signed a $34-35 million per year deal? I mean, the season's not all that far away.
Well, did you see that they found the Duren replacement at that Motor City Cruise tryout?
We should have went and
session?
tried out, man.
They're doing another one. It's like in September or something.
I see. I had one of my friends sent me that. Carlos sent me that and said, you guys should have tried out. And it was just one slide. And I was like, oh, Carlos, like, we're pretty good at basketball, but like, we would get destroyed if we went and tried out at like a legitimate G League tryout. Then I swiped and saw the video. I was like, oh no, I legit could have been the best player on the court if you and I, like, we could have been the best two guys on the court if we went and tried out.
See,
it was a joke.
$250. I got to pay $250 to go like bust some people's ass. Like, I could do that for free up at the gym, you know? Like, I don't care to do that.
We think we're being arrogant about it. We're not. The video that we saw was like, it's just people turning the ball over and over again who can barely dribble the ball up the court.
So bad, yeah.
We should have went. It would have been, I mean, 250's not just like something to light on fire, but to be able to say you tried out for the G League team.
Yeah, you get to throw on like a reversible that's got like the Cruise logo on it. Like, that's pretty sick.
Score a couple buckets.
What
break
happens
a
if
couple
you
guys'
get a
ankles.
spot, though? You have to turn it down.
Bye.
What would you do? Would you give up the show?
To go play on the G League and know I never have a chance to make the NBA? Probably not, no.
Or if you're like, hey, Cruise, like, we gotta work something out. I gotta be able to do both still.
Yeah. I need a private plane.
We could like talk. We'll do a segment on the show every day talking about the Cruise. Like,
you guys will fly me up and down from Midland, from
Oh,
MVS
right,
to
yes.
Detroit.
Yes, you'll fly them down 2-hour drive. I think going back to the Duren stuff, this doesn't shock me it hasn't happened yet because we talked the last time we talked about this, which I don't even remember how long ago it was. It feels like quite a while at some point. We said this is going to linger into September. The date that they have to do it by is October 1st, which is the technical start of like the real NBA season. That's when training camp and preseason and all that stuff gets going. That's when they have to get it done by. It's going to go into probably the last week of September. We're going to be like deep into football. Lions have played 3-4 games at this point, and it's like, oh, Jalen Duren got signed. Okay, there it is. Now, maybe he's still willing to play on the qualifying offer, which we've discussed time and time again. It's just really stupid from him, but it's really the only leverage that he has at this point. He kind of has to say, I'm willing to play on the qualifying offer, or else they would have had a deal signed by now, because why would you continue to wait this thing out?
And for anyone who doesn't know, the qualifying offer is it's 1 year. You're signing a 1 year contract.
It's a 1 year, $9 million contract for Jalen Duren, where he would become an unrestricted free agent next summer, a.k.a. he's just choosing to take less money. You know, he would, whether the contract he signs with the Pistons is a huge one or not, year one of that deal will be 3 times as much as $9 million he would make next year.
I also think if he just waited, I don't think he'd get more than like the $35 million that's on the table.
Like next summer, you're saying?
Yeah,
yeah. Next summer he'd get the
money
same
would be
deal.
there either.
He'd get the same deal that he's on the board for right now. Like it makes no sense at all for him to do it.
No one's willing to pay him the $40 million.
Now the only thing that you
still
do
doesn't
get
it.
the one thing you get on the qualifying offer is a no trade clause. So it's just something that comes with signing the qualifying offer. Jalen Duren could take the QO and then say, hey, trade me, and you have to trade me to XXX place.
I mean, you don't have to. You can make him play for the Pistons. You can just stay here.
Right, but I'm just saying something that he could do. It's very unlikely, and I don't think it's going to happen. The fact that Gibbs re-signed before Duran, man, like what?
I mean, what is going on, Trajan?
Tarek Skubal got traded. Jameer Gibbs got paid.
Max Spark-Clark lit the Tigers on fire.
Yeah, Framber Valdez had a good start. Like, all of this stuff happened before Jalen Duran got signed. We should come up with a list of these. Dillon Dingler got an MVP convos before Duran got paid. This guy could have got paid 2 months ago. The Pistons haven't been playing basketball for 2 months. It's crazy.
Basketball hasn't been played in 2 months in general. Yeah, and we're still at this point with Jalen Duran. It's sad to see it go this way. I guess I'm not all that shocked. It's just kind of frustrating that, like, the Lions season's about to start. Look at it. Like, the Tigers are in such a good spot right now. They can go make the playoffs. And then I think about the winter sports teams, which I guess there's not really a reason to think about right now in August. It's like, hey, Jalen Duran isn't signed, and I have no idea what's going on with Dylan Larkin. Not a clue.
Yeah, that's the next thing. What happens first? Larkin decision or a Duran contract? Because it's not
kind of feels like Larkin's just going to be back, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that probably won't just happen until the start of the season.
They also don't have a GM right now. Like, it's kind of hard to trade Dylan Larkin when they don't have a GM hired.
That's probably why that hasn't happened yet, right? I kind of still think he does get traded. Like, I would still, Duran re-signing is much more likely, but...
How the hell are they going to find a GM this late into the cycle?
The Lions found a team president this late in the cycle.
I just don't understand.
CEO or
That's
whatever.
a little different, though. That's like a position that you can just kind of add at any point, and Mike Disner's still there. I just don't get how an owner can be so dumb to wait until July to move on from their GM. Like, bro, you're not getting anybody important if you're going to wait that long. And also, whoever you hire doesn't get to have a lasting impact on how they want the roster to look in year one. This year barely even counts for whoever the GM is. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
To close things out with the Duran conversation, I just feel like at some point, like we don't even, if you refresh your Twitter page, we're not even getting like the fake Duran rumors anymore.
Because everybody's sick of it.
We've reached that point of the offseason. I still think there is a world where the Pistons are exploring, like there's a world where the sign and trade is being explored.
For Kevin Durant?
I think so. I think it's possible.
Or Trey Murphy?
Just anything in general. Like, just with how sour this has gotten, I think it's a chance.
Yeah. I'm with you. I still think 90% chance he ends up back on the Pistons, so. 989-837-6125. Calling all collectors, sports fans, and hobby enthusiasts. Curveball Collectible is your one-stop shop for everything trading card. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, Curveball has the latest sealed hobby boxes, raw and graded cards, autographed sports memorabilia for the top fanatics in the world. Curveball Collectibles in Saginaw. Stop by today and enjoy this excitement of the card atmosphere in store.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Myth.
Network studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mid. WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
Now that Jahmyr Gibbs is signed and under contract and there's no more disputing about what he's going to... Look, he's back. And I think it's appropriate to go through the Detroit Lions schedule yet again and kind of our overall thoughts on how this season is going to go, because we're 6 days away from the preseason opening up. I don't even know who their first preseason game is against.
Well, we got to predict the preseason games, too.
I will not be doing that. No. Will not be doing that. I think it's against the Bengals, and I think they're underdogs. I saw that by 1.5.
How much do you care about the preseason, by the way?
I was telling somebody this yesterday.
Not even because I asked you yesterday, like someone said, Ben, what's your opinion on like the starters playing in preseason? Not even that. Just like
the winning and
how
losing.
much do you care about it at all?
Well, I think we now have the luxury of not having to care about it. I think when the Lions were like poor in the first 3 years of Dan Campbell's tenure, I really cared about it because I wanted to see what players stood out, what players made the team. The team's deep enough now and has enough like talent at the top where I don't think people have to care about it as much. Like, yeah, I was dead set on watching every preseason game 2-3 years ago. Now, I think the Lions have put themselves at a point where I trust them and I don't have to watch the preseason to make sure that this team is doing, who's going to win the CB4 battle. Like, I'll figure it out eventually.
Who's going to be the kick returner?
Well, that's actually an important question.
Here's my take about preseason. I only care about preseason only if you drafted a quarterback. If you had any sort of 5th round quarterback draft pick.
What about a UDFA?
Don't care.
You're not excited to watch
Give
Luke
me
Altmaier?
a UDFA quarterback that has done anything.
Dude, Luke Altmaier is going to be sick for the Lions in preseason.
Is the last one? If I'm the Arizona Cardinals, I care about last night. Because Carson Beck was drafted in the 3rd round or whatever it was. Like when Hendon Hooker was on the Lions.
Yeah, I cared.
I cared because I was like, I want to see Hendon Hooker. What if he's good? Even if it's a 5th round or 6th rounder, you draft a quarterback, that is the only time that I'm excited for preseason. And other than that, I'll throw it on the TV, but I'm not like clearing out a 3-hour window of my day to watch the preseason. That's for sure.
I think that's fair. Warren Moon and Kurt Warner are the best UDFAs ever.
Yeah, and ancient.
Tony Romo, UDFA?
Yeah, Tony Romo was.
Interesting. Bengals, Washington, Indy. Those are your 3 preseason games, and then obviously week 1 against New Orleans. I'll tell you this, Kyle. I'm predicting a Lions blowout. Holy cow, they just put up 38 points and stuffed New Orleans into a locker and filled the walker up with water and drowned them inside. Like, that's what I think they're going to do to New Orleans week 1. I think this team's coming out, guns a-blazing, ready to make a statement that this is once again one of the best teams in the league. That's how I think they're going to open up the year at 1 o'clock in Detroit against New Orleans. Bullies.
Yeah, I'm
Bullies.
down. I'm with it. Especially based off how last year went.
Yeah, they've got a chip on their shoulder, man. And if there's one thing we know about Dan Campbell, he kind of enjoys playing with his food a little bit.
Well, and even last year, but I'm saying like last year week 1.
Oh.
Like last year week 1, we were so amped up, and it was like, oh, Green Bay, prime time. Like, this is it right here.
We don't talk about that. We can't talk about that. I'll get sad. This is like Anne Hathaway in The Odyssey when Travis Scott starts doing the song. No, not that song.
Yeah.
Not today.
The worst part about that game was, too, my favorite place. We were just talking about, I was driving back from Cleveland, Ohio, and I stopped at one of those, like, cool rest areas that they have down the Ohio Turnpike. Okay. And I just sat in a booth at the Panera Bread in there and watched, like, a whole half of the Lions game. So I was like, I don't want to listen to this on the radio. I just want to watch it. And it was depressing, yeah.
It's kind of an eyesore. Going to Buffalo, this might be the most expensive ticket in the league throughout the course of the entire season. First game ever at their new stadium. Is it just called New Highmark, or did they name it something else?
I believe it's just Highmark Stadium. Yeah, it's just Highmark. Yeah, Sarah knows.
Yeah. It's called New Highmark Stadium, I believe is what they're calling this one. So, that's probably going to be one of the most premium tickets to get into across the entire season at Buffalo, Week 2, Thursday Night Football. I'm just going to give the Lions a loss there. It's a lot of emotions in that game. I'm not writing in as like they can't win, but pretty tough to beat Josh Allen. Also, I'm going to start to hate Josh Allen because this is going to be like 3 straight times where the Lions have been competitive against the Bills and found a way to lose the game. And it's going to piss me off. Thanksgiving and then Week 15 where they lost Carlton Davis and Ali McNeil in the same game, and then now this one. I'm going to get pissed off if they lose to Josh Allen again.
Wow, he's going to get pissed off.
So I have them at 1-1. Here's where we start to rattle off wins. Jets, Panthers, Monday night, and Cardinals. I would be stunned if the Lions were anything but 4-1 or 5-0 for the first 5 weeks heading into the bye. Stunned if they didn't have at least 4 wins.
What one of those 3 teams will be, or just 3 games, I guess. It doesn't have to be specifically the team. What one of those 3 games is the one that would be like, the Lions are 3-2. How did they lose that game?
Carolina, because Carolina went toe-to-toe with the Rams twice last year, including the playoffs, but finds ways to lose to the worst teams in the league. Carolina was the most
in Carolina too. That's always the weird stadium where dudes just be having freak injuries at. I don't
and it's
like
Sunday
it.
night.
Sunday night football. Ooh, I forgot about that.
The Lions in primetime, though. They don't really lose those games.
Aaron Glenn's return to Detroit, you can literally chalk that up as a...
This guy's getting destroyed.
Might have to turn it off because I feel so bad for Aaron Glenn type of game. I mean, if he beat Ben Johnson twice look what they did to Ben Johnson in their first appearance last year in his return to Detroit. They put up a 50 ball on them. That team won the division. What are they about to do to already fired Aaron Glenn?
Predetermined fired Aaron Glenn.
He is predetermined fired. It's crazy. I feel so bad for the guy.
The Jets are going to be down 10-0 at halftime of week 1, and they're going to be like, he's fired. Bye.
I can't wait till he comes back to Lions.
It's their DC.
Kelvin Shepard, he's going to be the Miami Dolphins head coach. Remember that was going on?
Yeah, he said he was real close
to
getting that job.
We'll get Aaron Glenn back next year.
I'd be stunned if they weren't 4-1 going into the bye week.
Arizona,
tough to have a bye week like that, but I'd be shocked if they weren't.
Arizona has a chance to be frisky this year. Not good
Their
by any
defense
means.
just might be Swiss cheese again, though.
Good point. They have some fun weapons, and they're gonna we talked about this with them last week. They're gonna hang around. I don't think that's gonna be a team where you can just destroy like New York is gonna be. So you never know. That game's on the road as well. But yeah, if they aren't 4-1 after this first 5-game stretch, we're gonna go into that bye week, especially without having a game to talk about, with some heavy overreactions.
3-2 would be a disappointment.
I'm already not. I'm already thinking about it.
Then they come out of the bye.
The
Packers
Lions season is over.
Their next 3-game stretch out of the bye is Packers, Vikings, Miami. I have all his wins. They're on a revenge tour with both Minnesota and Green Bay. They're going to get
all his wins. That's crazy.
I mean, Miami sucks.
Went 0-4 against those 2 teams last year.
Yeah, I know, and I think they're a lot better than they were last year. I think they have a chip on their shoulder, and that's what they need going into these games.
Both home games, worth noting.
I'm not going to have them sweep everybody in the division. Let's just note that. Both home games, I have them beating Green Bay, beating Minnesota, beating Miami. Then they go to Germany, play New England. I think they pick up another win here. The Lions in Germany. Amon-Ra has 3 touchdowns. That type of thing. I'd have a Tampa Bay win. I have a Bears at home win. That puts them at 3-0 in the division. I have an Atlanta win. I have a Tennessee win. I have an at Minnesota loss.
Another Sunday night football, week before Christmas.
Correct. Wait a minute. No, I have a Bears loss here too, actually. I have a Bears loss earlier. I missed it. It was after the
You have a Thanksgiving Bears loss.
Oh, that is the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, I'm not allowing that.
Okay, fine. I'm going to switch it. That's going to be a win.
Tampa Bay loss.
No. That's going to be a win. The Bears. Atlanta's a win. Tennessee's a win. Minnesota's a win. A loss. New York's a win. Chicago's a loss. The Packers are a win. We sweep the Packers. I have them going 13-3. And I'm just going to stand on it. The first time I did it, I had them going 13-3. Then I had to readjust, and I had them going 12-4. I'm just going back. This team is going to win 13 games this year. Or
a team you can't go 13-3.
They're gonna win 14 games this year. I'm convinced of it. I think this is. I mean, think about it like this: 2 years ago, they scored 33 points per game and went 15-2. I have no reason to think that this team can't get back to scoring 33 points a game by playing a joke of a schedule, a bunch of really crappy defenses and really bad quarterbacks, for that matter too. With a better version of Jahmyr Gibbs, a better version of Jamison Williams, and a better version of Jared Goff, and a better version of Aiden Hutchinson, for that matter. Better version of Jack Campbell, for that matter. Like, I really do believe that this team is about to roll through the regular season like they did 2 years ago. And I'll stand on that word. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think this team is going 14-3 this year. It's aggressive, I know.
I hope so. I just think that, like, we do have the joke of a schedule part of it. That's honestly probably number one, right? I mean, that's the number one reason why you would feel this way.
For sure.
The stretch of Germany game versus New England, Tampa Bay the following Sunday, who the Buccaneers will be coming off of a bye.
But it has to be noted, they're 0-4 after the bye under their current head coach.
Well, how many times do they play a team coming back from Germany the week after, too? And then they go Thursday against the Bears on Thanksgiving. They can't go 3-0 in that stretch. They just can't. There's just no way. If they go 3-0 in that stretch, they're winning the Super Bowl. That just feels impossible to me, right?
So you would have
those are three like good teams. It'd be different if like the Jets game was wedged in there.
So you have 14-3 or 13-4.
I mean, I don't have the same exact schedule here. I think probably 12-5 or 13-4. Yeah.
I think their over/under's 10.5. That's like the easiest smash button.
Yeah, I probably go 12-5. I'd probably be a bit more conservative. I certainly think that this team is going to be right back at the top of this division this year, because I'm all aboard the Chicago Bears regression train. I think they're going to be the worst team in the division. Minnesota's going to be fine, and Green Bay will be pretty good. I still think Green Bay is probably a playoff team. So I probably have them splitting with them. Once again, you go at Chicago, at Green Bay to end the year. That's going to be pretty tough for sure. But you give great reasons. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you're being crazy. You're being biased Lions fan for 14-3. They went 15-2 2 years ago, and their defense had you and me on it at the end of the season.
And now they play the easiest schedule in the NFL. I think they're going to be fantastic this year, and I can't wait. ESPN put out a list that said the Lions had a blank amount of Hall of Famers. I want to talk to you about this list, Kyle, when we return. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mid, 10 o'clock hour, brought to you by Aired Insurance. At Aired Insurance, they understand not everyone's insurance needs are the same. They want to put you in a better insurance position. Whether it's your home, life, or business coverage, they make sure your protection actually fits your life. If you're looking for a team that takes the guesswork out of insurance, this is it. Be sure to go follow Aired Insurance Group on social media to stay connected every day and see how they're helping people along the way.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Oops. 989-837-6125. Sorry for that. Accidentally hit the microphone. There is an ESPN list out that has every team's projection for the amount of Hall of Famers that are on their team. And it's put into a couple different categories: on the cusp, missing out, work to do, keep it up. Handful of different categories here. There's one that's just called in. This guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Let's go over the Detroit Lions that made the list here. So I'll tell you this.
They have a category of guys that are just guaranteed in.
Yeah.
There can't be that many guys on that list, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
like
just-
Mahomes is on it.
Right.
I'm sure Lamar and Allen are on it.
The MVPs, yeah. Stafford, probably.
The Lions have 4 guys in the keep it up category. 2, 3, 4. There's 4 guys in the work to do category, and that's it. Those are the only 8 guys make the conversation. So who do you think these players are?
In the keep it up, okay. Jahmyr Gibbs, who just recently signed a contract, has got to be on here.
Correct? The touchdowns are really what puts him over the edge. Most amount of touchdowns ever by a guy 3 years into the league.
And yeah, that's the part of it too. So early in his career.
Correct.
He was just so younger.
Like,
Sewell, obviously.
yeah, I'd argue he should just
Sewell
be in.
Sewell is the biggest, like he should be at the top of this group. I would be hard pressed to put him in the in category though.
Fine.
It's just a little early. The only guys that I think can be locked up, guaranteed Hall of Famers, are either guys that are at the end of their career. Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the in, or just the current MVPs of the league.
All right, then what if I told you that Micah Parsons is in a tier called on the cusp?
There's a tier in between still getting there and on the cusp.
I think the tiers are
Sewell should be on the cusp.
keep it
Yeah.
up, on the cusp, and in are the top 3 tiers.
Yeah, he should be on the cusp.
well, he's
Sewell
not.
should be.
He's
messed
considered
up.
something else.
Okay.
He's considered keep it up.
Gibbs, Sewell, there's 2 more. There's 2 obvious ones, but St. Brown for sure.
Yep.
The 4th one, though, is the one that I'm like, am I overthinking this? St. Brown 100%, just off to an amazing start in his career. Has Hutchinson done enough to get into this keep it up category? And not being disrespectful towards him. I just think there's a world where if Jared Goff wins a Super Bowl with the Lions, is he a potential Hall of Famer with the career that he has put together in Detroit, not even counting his LA Rams stint? I assume it's still Aiden Hutchinson, though.
Yeah, it's Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, I would assume that, but I just didn't know maybe if Goff got some love.
Look, the Aiden Hutchinson thing is interesting because through the first 4 years of his career, he has 43 career sacks. Now, that's not like an insane pace, but it's the 21st most of all time. And if I
Really?
just do it since 1970, since the merger,
Yeah, because I don't think they're looking at pressures when they go to put guys in the Hall of Fame.
it's
you know?
still 21st. Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's just done. And Kyle, that's with the season that got stripped from him because he only played 5 games.
That's why I made the case of has he done enough? Because the sample size just isn't huge.
If he would have just played another 7 games that year, and let's say he got 14 and a half sacks that year too, 7 more sacks than he has right now, he'd be a top, okay. He had 7.5 sacks through 5 games. Let's say he got 7 more that season and finished with 14.5, which is the number he finished with last season. If he just had another 7 sacks the year he got hurt, he'd be put at 50 through 4 seasons, which would be more than TJ Watt had through his first 8 seasons, or through his first 4 seasons, which is currently the 8th highest of all time. Hutchinson is just in the keep it up category. The production speaks for itself. I don't really get why I don't think there's Hutchinson hate, but there's certainly Hutchinson criticism that he doesn't finish enough plays. Man, he finishes a lot. He has 43 career sacks in 4 games. That's not nothing to scoff at, guys. So he's in the keep it up category. I'm with you that Sewell should be in the on the cusp category already, because I think he's just kind of done enough at this point. 3 straight first-team All-Pros to be on the cusp of making a Hall of Fame. Amon-Ra for sure in the keep it up category.
Yeah.
Gibbs for sure in the keep it up category as well.
Does Goff deserve to be in the mix? He would have to win a Super Bowl. Like that's really the only chance he would have, right?
Goff is in the work to do category, and I don't disagree with it.
Yeah, I agree.
If Goff can continue to play like this and have a mid and late 30s push the way that Stafford did in LA, I don't see any reason he can't make a Hall of Fame, but I think it does kind of require either an MVP or a Super Bowl.
Yeah, like let's go full Friday summer topic here. If Goff wins a Super Bowl, is he a Hall of Famer?
I think he is. Yeah. The last, because that also implies that he's just going to continue to put up phenomenal numbers here for the next couple of seasons and not just fall off of a cliff. I think the combination of that and if he were to win a Super Bowl would put him in the Hall of Fame the same way that the Super Bowl put Stafford in the Hall of Fame, and then obviously this past year stamped it as like a guarantee with an MVP.
Eli Manning, they said, I know you have a couple Super Bowls, but
I think Goff's stats are just going to be better than Eli Manning's
100%.
at the end of the day, though. Like that won't even be debatable.
Well, I mean, everybody and their mother knows that Eli Manning is incredibly overrated.
Correct.
And honestly, he's not even overrated because everyone thinks it.
Yeah, so we all just kind of... He just had a couple awesome playoff runs. That's what it really was. He was a top 10-ish quarterback in the NFL every year and then went on 2 ridiculous playoff runs.
So he's Sam Darnold.
Yeah, kind of.
That might be disrespectful.
To who?
To Eli Manning.
Jared Goff in the work to do category. Do you want to guess the other 3 people?
Ooh, work to do. Okay. Do they have like a descriptor for each category? Like what that means, work to do, or no?
Yeah.
Like a little bio of what work to do means?
Blurb. Yeah, work to do means are on track to make the Hall of Fame with their existing resume and or their only most recent level of play. In some cases, that could be because of injuries, slowed their progress in 2025, or because they haven't played in Hall caliber at a Hall caliber level for long enough. They still have a shot, but some things have to change. So it's like, yeah, these guys aren't Hall of Famers, but like in theory, if they
if their
kept
career
playing,
like went pretty ideally. Ah, man, this is tough. There's 2 other guys with Goff.
there's 3 other guys.
3? Jack Campbell.
Yep.
That one makes sense. I'm there.
He's got to do it for a little longer to do the keep it up category.
Like, is Sam Laporta the other guy?
No.
Is there an old guy on the Lions that I'm forgetting about?
No, but there's injured guys.
Kirby?
Yep.
Really? See, I thought about him, but I just kind of ruled him out. Really? Kirby Joseph. So that would make me assume Brian Branch is also here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And I think that makes sense.
Those guys aren't going to be Hall of Famers.
No, that's why there's work to do.
Yeah.
But like,
Lot of
I
work
mean,
to do.
let's think about it like this, though, Kyle. A year ago, if I would have asked you, hey, is Brian Branch going to be a Hall of Famer? We might have been saying yes.
Yeah, like he's got a good chance.
That guy, I mean, when he's healthy,
that's true.
He's like arguably, I think he is a top 3 safety in the NFL. It's not arguably. He's phenomenal. He plays everywhere. He's a monster.
Yeah, reason that him and Kirby were both still on the top 10 list from the coaches, despite being injured.
And with Kirby, I know the interceptions don't like translate year to year. Like look at Trevon Diggs. But Kirby year after year just like was near the top of the league in interceptions. So that was like a really weird case. Yeah, I don't think they're like pacing to be Hall of Famers. There was work to do, and that's kind of the category they find themselves in.
Is there another category?
Not for the Lions, no. But there is in total.
Like a long shot type of category?
There's on the cusp, keep it up, work to do, and missing out. Veterans who at this point don't really have an existing resume to make a Hall of Fame. Lions don't have enough old guys on their team to have anybody on that list. But we're going to have a little trivia game revolving around this list and other teams when we come back for Around the League. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Randy's Green Thumb, they've been proudly serving the Midland area. They're a family-owned, friendly service. They've been doing it since 1982, offering everything from fresh floral arrangements and vibrant house and outdoor plants to expert landscape and interior plant service. They also design, maintain, and install beautiful gardens, ponds, trees, shrubs, and more, helping both homes and businesses thrive with greenery that lasts. Visit Randy's Green Thumb at Poseyville Road and bring brilliant color, life, and inspiration to your space this season.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, Kyle, let's work a little bit more football in with our Hall of Fame trip around the league.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
All right, Kyle, I'm going to name a team. I'm going to give you the 3 categories or however many categories are listed. I listed all of them before we went to break. I'll just do it one more time. The categories for this ESPN list are in, current players that are going to be in the Hall of Fame, on the cusp, keep it up, work to do, or missing out, old guys that just don't really have the resume. I'm going to tell you a team. I'm going to tell you the categories. You tell me what players fit into each group, all right?
All right.
Let's start with an NFC North team. The Bears have players in 3 different categories. It is keep it up, work to do, or missing out.
So no guarantees.
No, not at all.
Keep it up. Okay, so
One player.
The first thing that I have in my brain is like I don't know my interior offensive line Hall of Fame knowledge, I guess, if I want to put it that way. I assume Joe Tooney is this guy.
You nailed it, man.
Yeah,
That's the reigning
I just figured.
protector of the year right there.
I honestly thought he would be either an in or yeah, I guess in the keep it up spot. Been a part of 3 really good teams. They won Super Bowls with Chiefs and the Patriots.
Let's go down to the bottom. How about the missing out? Who are some old guys on this team that won't make the Hall of Fame but are still kicking it and are good players? Or at least used to be.
They don't have Keenan Allen anymore, right?
Nope.
Even though he was on their team. Or no, he was on their team 2 years ago, right? No, he was on their team last year.
I think that was 2 years
No,
ago.
that was
Then he
2
went back
years
to the
ago.
Chargers.
Yeah, that's right. Duh. Some old guys on the Bears.
Yeah, I wish the Lions traded for a couple of years back.
Montez Sweat?
Yep.
I would not classify him as an old guy.
And
That's
then there's
for
a
sure.
guy who was formerly on the Vikings last year. Another defensive line guy.
Yeah. Javon Hargrave?
Nope.
No,
the other
he
one.
didn't go to Chicago. Honestly, I don't know.
Grady Jarrett. Those are your missing out guys. Then there's 4 players in the work to do category.
Okay, obviously Caleb Williams are going to put in here.
Correct?
A lot of work to do, by the way, for Caleb Williams. Jalen Jackson, does he make this list?
Who's Jalen Jackson?
Defensive corner or
Jalen
defensive
Johnson.
back? Jalen Johnson, sorry.
Correct. He is in
Okay,
here.
come on, man. You know what I meant. You didn't need to do me like that.
Yes, Jalen Johnson's in the group. Couple wonky ones. I guess one that's not that wonky. Kind of this.
Like Colston Loveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
kind
that's
of
just,
early.
it's just crazy to throw him in there.
Early.
Extremely early. Like a fine rookie season. He wouldn't even have like a great year.
And then do you know who Ryan Pohl's first ever pick was as the Bears GM?
Ooh, first ever picks. It's been a first rounder.
He did it the right way.
Offensive line. Oh, Darnell Wright.
Yeah, just got paid.
Yeah, just got paid. Yeah, okay.
All right, those are your Bears guys. There's only 2 Vikings that make this entire list. One on the cusp and one missing out.
Is Harrison Smith missing out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he is like the definition of an old guy. Every year it feels like he's going to retire.
6 Pro Bowls, only 1 first-team All-Pro. Man, maybe it's just because the Lions played him so many times, but this dude used to terrorize the entire league.
And then on the cusp is certainly Justin Jefferson. I think Justin Jefferson is in.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he's in. I would classify him as an in. Which I guess that means if he retired right now, is he a Hall of Famer? I guess probably not, but like maybe he is.
I'm skipping the Eagles, or I'm skipping the Packers, just despite them.
Okay. Sure.
Let's go with the Eagles. I brought them up. Why not? Eagles. They have 1 guy in, 2 guys keep it up, and a bunch of work to do, guys.
Yeah. Lane Johnson is in.
Yeah.
2 guys on the cusp or 2 guys keep it up?
2 guys keep it up.
Okay, so two guys that are
very much disagree with this.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna go like more offensive line route, like Jordan Mailata maybe. I assume he's probably not one of them then.
Not even mentioned.
Oh, all right. Probably goes to their defense. Jalen Carter.
No, he's in the work to do group.
Yeah, I figured he'd be work to do. Keep it up. Keep it up. Who's like on a Hall of Fame trajectory on the Eagles? That isn't already, because like obviously like Quinyon Mitchell's pretty good. Cooper DeJean's pretty good.
No, you nailed it. It's Quinyon Mitchell. He's in the keep it up
He's
group.
in keep it up?
I
To be in the
disagree.
Hall of Fame?
I disagree.
Come on. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty young.
The other one's even crazier, I think.
So that means it must be another really young guy.
No.
Oh. Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just not a Hall of Fame
No,
quarterback.
he's not. If Eli Manning's not, he's certainly not.
How is keep it up have Jalen Hurts, but Saquon Barkley's in work to do?
Yeah, I don't really think Saquon is like a Hall of Famer.
Really?
I don't think so.
I would say he's had one of the best running back seasons ever. That 2024 Eagles run, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There's just not a ton of running backs in the Hall of Fame.
I think he
there's
was
like-
be one of the few guys.
There's
that
like
I've
just
seen
over
that qualifies.
20 running backs in the Hall of Fame.
Really? Is that right?
Yeah.
I would say in my lifetime, since not in my lifetime because that includes like LT, but like guys that I remember watching, Peterson, of course.
I guess the guys from way back in the day are listed as halfbacks, actually. So there is like about 30, 35 running backs.
I would say Peterson, Henry, CMC, and Saquon are the only guys I would put in it right now. Like, how is Gibbs and keep it up, but Saquon
Sure.
work
That's
to
fair.
do?
That actually is fair.
Let's go to the Chiefs. They've got 3 guys that are in, 1 keep it up, and 1 work to do.
Mahomes,
Yep, he's in.
Kelsey.
Yep, he's in.
There's 2 ins, you said?
1 more in.
Oh, there's another in. Chris Jones?
Yep, nailed it. There's a keep it up guy.
Keep it up, guy.
I mean, these are 2 offensive linemen, if that helps.
Oh, Trey Smith
He's in the work to do,
and Creed Humphrey.
and he's the keep it up guy. Correct.
It's O-line ballage right there.
That is O-line ballage right there. Good job. Let's go with another AFC team. How about the Baltimore Ravens?
Lamar's in.
Yep.
I would just be interested if they just subcategorized all of the quarterbacks
Yeah,
and gave
it's a
them
little
all
different.
tiers. Because I'd be very interested to see just what they think about all the QBs. The only 1 in for the Ravens?
2.
Is Hopkins still a Raven?
I don't think so.
Hopkins is a Hall of Famer, right?
No. I think so, but I don't know if he's still in the.
I don't think he's on a team. I was just wondering if we're counting him as a Hall of Famer. Okay, so there's another guy on the Ravens that is an in, automatic in. Can you give me a side of the ball?
offense.
Oh, Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Duh.
Six-year stretch where he averaged 103
Yeah,
yards.
duh. That
per
was
game.
I
That's
just
insane.
that just went over my head. Yeah.
2 keep it up guys.
There's no way they think Hamilton's in this group already, do they?
yeah.
Really?
I agree with that.
Man, it's
He's
just
upon arriving in the league, was the best safety in the NFL.
It's just early, man.
Does he already have 2 first-team All-Pros?
That I don't know.
He for sure has 2 All-Pro nods already. He has 3 All-Pro nods, 2 first teams,
yeah.
1 second in 4 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, maybe he should be. Is Ronnie Stanley the other one? I'm trying to think of an older guy. Maybe he's not on here.
He's in the missing out group.
Oh, see, that probably makes more sense. He's very old. Defensive. There just has to be a defensive guy on the Ravens that I'm not thinking about.
Linebacker who's just been a monster for quite some time now.
Oh, Roquan Smith.
Yeah. There's 4 guys in the work to do category. One newly acquired player.
Marlon Humphrey, is he on the work to do?
He
There's no
is.
way.
He's in the work to do.
He's not making the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
Who else have they acquired recently? I don't even know.
Controversial acquirement. Or like following a controversial acquirement.
Justin Tucker?
No. No.
I just thought of controversial and Ravens.
We're looking for Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot that they
And
got
then a
him,
wide
yeah.
receiver that just got a bag.
Zay Flowers in
Yeah,
here.
work
No
to do.
way. Come on, you're kidding me. Go to the Giants. What do they think of OBJ? I was just interested in that. Where do they think OBJ is at? Is he a Hall of Famer?
The Giants have 2 people total.
He's not a Hall of Famer, right?
He's in the missing out group.
Yeah.
So is Brian Burns.
Yeah, there's 25 wide receivers in the Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald made it this year. Did you see the comments that Larry Fitzgerald said? Because he never retired,
Yeah, I did see that.
and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm not retired." Still.
transitioned.
He's like, "I'm not retired." He got pressed about it.
He was transitioning to a
Yeah,
different
he's
level.
like, "I don't
of his
believe in
career.
retirement because retirement means you're quitting, and I'm not. I'm just transitioned."
Yeah, and the Barstool guys basically bullied him into saying he was scared of retiring, of the word.
He is. It's like he clearly is afraid of the word. Yeah, man. No OBJ in the Hall of Fame.
Nah.
Julio Jones a Hall of Famer, right? Gotta be.
Yeah, I would think so.
Is Antonio Brown a Hall of Famer?
Probably not.
The player Antonio Brown and the career is a Hall of Fame career.
I don't think they dare put that guy in the Hall
I don't
of
think
Fame.
they dare put him in.
I
I'm
don't
with
think
you.
he deserves to be there either.
No, but the career of the player is a Hall of Fame-esque career.
Is it, or was it a 3-year stretch that was worthy of being in the Hall of
3-year
Fame?
stretch. I mean, maybe the peak 3 years of it. AB was a beast for quite some time, man. I mean, if Julio's a Hall of Famer, AB's a Hall
You're
of
right.
Famer.
It was like a 5-year stretch.
They
where
both
he
are
was-
Hall of Famers. If it's either both of them or none of them.
God, 3 straight years of first team All Pro that is so hard to do. That is so hard to do.
I'm just trying to think of some of those other guys that are still in the league that are old. Like, are they Hall of Famers or not? Rodgers, they obviously have as in. Is there another QB? Like, go to the Raiders. Is Kirk Cousins, where's he? Like, he's missing out, I assume, right?
Yeah, he's going to be in the miss.
But he's just had a long career. Yeah, no, he's for sure. Actually, I don't even know why I said that. He's totally not in the Hall of Fame.
There's only one guy that's even in the Keep It Up group for the Raiders.
Mendoza.
Yep. How'd you know?
Is there another quarterback, though, that's like a up in the air one?
Whether or not they're a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, like, I'm just trying to think of starting quarterbacks in the league right now. Like, is there a chance that this guy's a Hall of Famer or not? Like a Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer, right?
No.
You don't think so?
No. He never won an MVP.
But, like, was top 3 in MVP several years of his career.
he never got an MVP vote for first place.
Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
He certainly finished towards the top, though, several times.
0 first place votes ever. That's all I know.
Like Dak Prescott, no way he's like as of right now not an MVP,
As of
not
right
a Hall
now,
of Famer.
certainly not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Just going through the starting quarterbacks, trying
It's
to
just
think
a
if
lot
there's
of
any
young players.
Yeah, it's a lot of young
quarterbacks.
guys. Exactly. Like Stafford, we said yes. Other than that, yeah, everybody's too young to figure it out. Obviously, Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, like Justin Herbert. Right now, is Justin Herbert a Hall of Famer? No.
No.
But where would he be on this list? Is what I'm saying.
The list of quarterbacks that could make the Hall of Fame?
On the tiers thing that we're doing.
Oh, he'd be in like work to do.
Yeah, I guess there's no other like vet. All the vet QBs are gone by now.
Sad
Geno
days.
Smith's certainly not a Hall of Famer.
No. They wrote him off, though. When it comes to trees on your property, trust the professionals at Legendary Tree Care. From routine trimming and tree removal to emergency storm cleanup, their experienced team provides safe, reliable service you can count on. Legendary Tree Care is proud to serve Mid-Michigan with strength, safety, and skill to keep your property looking its best.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. Built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Who wants a Tarek Skubal update? I know I do. Here's Tarek Skubal on Pardon My Take this morning, the Barstool podcast.
I mean, and it sucks for me too. You know, this wasn't the way the season was supposed to go. You know, going into the offseason, the people that we acquired, you know, through free agency and who we signed, you know, I'm like, this is the World Series team. You know, this is the team that I'm going to go and win a World Series and beat anybody. You know, it doesn't matter what's going on. So, you know, it's tough for my end too. You know, I would love to play my whole career in Detroit. You know, I would love to, and hopefully those negotiations can pick back up in November. You know, once the playoffs are done, and we'll see where that goes. You know, hopefully they're involved with everything. You know, I would love to return. I got nothing but good things to say about the city of Detroit and you know, the manager, the coaching, the staff, the trainers, the teammates. Like, yeah, it's tough, you know, and I'm going to try not to cry right now, but yeah, I mean, I love all those guys. So hopefully they're involved in November, and you know, we'll see what happens then.
I will admit there's not a whole lot of incentive he gets at this point from lying about anything like that. There really isn't. He's on the team that can give him the big time extension. The Tigers cannot give him that as of right now. The Tigers are going to have to wait until we get out of whatever the new collective bargaining agreement holdout is going to be between the Players Association and the owners. I assume we're going to get into a lockout, and that's going to prevent the Tigers from signing him long-term while the Dodgers can go hand him whatever contract he such desires. I still think it's like a 15% chance he lands back in Detroit and an 85% chance he lands back with the Dodgers and a less than 1% chance he's on any other baseball team to start whenever the next season starts.
I'm seeing right through this, Ben. I'm going to throw on my Magana goggles that are still sitting back there. I'm seeing right through this from Tarek Skubal. What do we know about Skubal, man? All he cares about is gaining leverage and for getting paid. What is he right now? Not paid currently. Now, obviously, let's throw all of the CBA free agency stuff out the window right now, just for this scenario. In that clip, by the way, want to know what's sitting behind him when he's on Zoom with the PMT guys, one of the biggest podcasts there is? His signed Detroit Tigers Tarek Skubal jersey, or like his framed Tigers jersey. Not a different, not something else. It's the Tigers one. Oh, that's an interesting placement to put your Zoom camera. Oh, interesting. This is more leverage. This is just classic Tarek Skubal. Oh, when I hit the open market, the Dodgers, that maybe they weren't going to want to maybe save a little bit more money. No, there's going to be other teams that are competing with me because I want to go back to Detroit. This is now him doing it to the Dodgers. Just like he did it to the Tigers for 2 years straight. He is now completely shifted. No, he's doubling down. I do want to go back to the Tigers.
He's trying to not cry. I don't think you get that part. He's going to try not to cry here.
That clip I played, there was like a 30 seconds before it where he just, the whole time, it's just like, I'm just trying not to cry right now. I was crying hard when I got traded. What if Scott Harris pulls this off, though?
Okay. Then I don't know. I'll donate $1 million to Little Caesars.
Yeah, I will. No, this is what I'll do. I vow right now.
Oh, God.
I will never eat another slice of pizza other than Little Caesars again in my life if Tarek Skubal re-signs with the Tigers this offseason.
That is not a bet you want to make,
dude.
That's not even worth it.
In my life. Little Caesars for life. Sorry, good pizza.
What are you going to do when someone pulls up with, like, good pizza for a party and you just can't have it?
You got anything else?
I guess I'll pull up with my own Little Caesars.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me go get a hot and sweaty.
Yeah, because guess what? It only takes a few minutes. All I have to do is pull up to the store. Loser.
Because it's not going to happen. That's why I'm doing that. But I'll do it. I'll commit to it.
Just going to end up back with the Dodgers before the season even ends.
That's what I'm saying. He's just doing the leverage thing he did to the Tigers for 2 years. It's all he knows to do. Anytime why would he go on Pardon My Take 3 days after getting traded? Or whatever it was.
Why would he
make a podcast appearance at all?
At this point, why even wait to get to free agency if there's one team that's going to pay you a boatload of money and it's the Dodgers? Just sign the extension as soon as you can.
The whole goal was to get to free agency, though, I think.
Yeah, but the whole goal is to have the Dodgers offer you a ton of money.
Yeah, exactly. They will. He'll get paid by the Dodgers. It's simple. He wants to look like the good guy in this scenario. I get it. He probably still, I'm not saying he hated being in Detroit. Yeah, he probably...
he clearly likes it.
He clearly did like it. I think that part of it is genuine, but it still is when you have to realize the guy he's working with in Scott Boras and everything that he did tactically for the Tigers. I refuse to believe that this isn't that. This is just another version of the leverage and tactic playing from Skubal. No doubt.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I just don't know when it's going to end.
Gary's right. He said give up Pizza Baker. Oh...
You can't give up Pizza Baker.
Can't do that.
Pizza Baker's the best pizza in town.
Yeah, maybe he's right. Okay, Skubal, don't come back to the Tigers. Not worth
I'm
it.
holding you accountable to that the rest of your life if they do end up signing him at any point. Does it have to be now? Like, what if they sign him when he's like 40?
No, now. It has to be this offseason.
Changing the goalposts, I see.
If you still know me when I'm 40, then...
Then what?
I was just trying to make a dumb joke.
Damn. Jeez, Kyle, I thought we were friends.
If I'm still friends with Ben Bosscher when I'm 40, I did something wrong.
Hey, speaking of Pizza Baker, it is the best pizza in town, by the way. Sourdough crust that you just can't get anywhere else. It's got that crunchy bottom, but it's not like it's burnt. It's perfect. It's got all the spices on it. They cook it right in front of you if you're willing to look over the counter. That wood fire taste that you just can't get anywhere else here in town. Downtown Midland, it is the go-to spot for lunch on Fridays for us here at the ballpark. We walk down there. I always go with the banana roni, and then if I'm feeling really frisky, get the hot honey finish on top of it. I think I'm just willing to die on the hill that anything with a hot honey finish is just better than it without. Like, it just, you can't mess up a hot honey finish. It makes everything a little bit better. I go with the banana-roni, like I said, pepperoni, banana peppers. Kyle, what do you normally get when we go?
I've been switching it up lately. The bacon garlic is the go-to, but I used to be a margaroni guy every time. Switch it up to the bacon garlic, and it's so good. But I did try the chicken barbecue-ish last time.
It's really good, too.
So I wanted something a little on the sweeter side. It was pretty good.
And guess what? Whatever it is, they can customize pieces just for you. Again, it's like these individual pies that aren't enough to like slow you down the rest of the day. It's not like you feel like you're indulging yourself, but it's the perfect amount to fill you up for the rest of the day. Perfect lunch spot. That is Pizza Baker, downtown Midland. Tell everyone that 100.9 The Mitt sent you and go down there for lunch here on a Friday. All right, this is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Still got a little bit to get to here in the 11 o'clock hour. Tigers, we're going to throw a ton of stats at you because, boy, this team is hot within striking distance of both the division and the wild card, and then the Lions. Now that Gibbs is signed, let's go over their schedule one last time.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9.
.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
All right, the Detroit Tigers have one player on their team that has just... It's now reached a point where we have to throw him in the MVP conversation. And Kyle, this was kind of the point that you brought to my attention yesterday, kind of caught a little bit of national buzz. I'm going to give you credit because I think you said it before anybody else said it, and then like Flaherty jumped in on it.
Yep, I did.
The Tigers jumped in on it. Dillon Dingler should be an MVP buzz right now. Tell us why.
Yeah, I just think when you compare his numbers to the other guys that are, in the mix for the American League right now, because every conversation that has been had about the American League, whether or not it is team or player based, it's just, this has been a down year for the American League, right? The American League stinks this year. There's no team that stands out, and there's no Aaron Judge, big, bright, and shiny year. There's no Cal Raleigh. Oh, my God, this guy had 60 home runs as a switch-hitting catcher. What the heck? That's crazy. Now that guy actually stinks now. There isn't any of that going on. Now, Yordan Alvarez deserves all the credit in the world. He's having an amazing year, but he is the designated hitter for the 2 games above 500 Houston Astros at the end of the day. And I just think Dillon Dingler, when you look at what he's done, you know what he's done defensively. He's the reigning Gold Glove catcher. He has not taken a step back there. He's the best defensive catcher in the game. No doubt about that. And then you throw in the fact that his offensive numbers are on par with some of the best hitters in the league, second in the American League in RBI. He's top 20 in the entire sport in OPS as a catcher. He's tied with PCA and Ohtani with 26 home runs. He's been the Tigers' offense, the engine of their offense, yet he catches better than anyone, a part of a Tigers starting rotation that we love, and you have to give him credit for some of that stuff. He's second in FWAR in the American League, only behind Yordan Alvarez. So yet tell me why, when I look at the MVP odds, he's behind Junior Caminero, Ben Rice, Bobby Witt Jr., and tied with Wilson Contreras and Ceddanne Rafaela?
I have an answer. The Tigers are below 500 still.
Okay, the Kansas City Royals are 20 games below 500.
I know. I'm with you. If the Tigers end up making the playoffs, I think there's a real case for Dillon Dingler to finish top 3, maybe even 2. I think Jordan's probably going to win it if he wins the Triple Crown.
Caminero probably is a lock to be top 3 with the year he's having and the year that the Rays are having.
So if the Tigers make the playoffs, it's basically, does Dingler also jump into the top 3 with Jordan, Caminero, and Dingler? Because if Jordan wins the Triple Crown, he's a DH. Dingler's bringing it behind the dish every single day as the best defensive catcher in baseball. But at the end of the day, a Triple Crown is a Triple Crown.
Yeah,
Miggy's the last guy to do it. So kudos to Yordan Alvarez.
And Shohei Ohtani won the MVP as a DH last year. It can happen.
Sure. It's also Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, but he didn't pitch.
Correct. I don't think it's all that great. 5.6 FWAR, you mentioned that was second in the American League. 26 home runs, fourth in the American League. 78 RBIs, that's second. 877 OPS, that's seventh. And 112 hits on the year. That's 12th. And then amongst all catchers, not just American League catchers, amongst all catchers, Dillon Dingler has a 69.5 success rate on ABS challenges. That is second with at least 65 attempts. He's the best guy behind the dish, and now we actually have legitimate, not that there wasn't evidence before, but another piece of evidence as to why Dillon Dingler is so valuable behind the dish. He's got a beautiful eye. It's he also has the box that you see on TV for what's a ball and what's a strike. It's that's almost in front of him, and he knows exactly when to challenge and when not to challenge. 7 out of 10 times he's getting the challenge right. That's pretty good, man. That's really good. That's really valuable. And to be able to continue to use it over and over, because if you use it correctly, you just get it back. Dillon Dingler is just changing the outcome of games behind the plate doing that. Changing the outcome of at-bats. I love it. He calls great games for his catchers, or for his pitchers. He's slugging at the plate. The stat that they put it on the broadcast last night about series in which you have 3 home runs and 6 hits. Dillon Dingler's done that in 3 different series this year, and all other catchers combined have done it 3 total times. That is just a ridiculous stat to prove. When he gets hot in these series, he just becomes this overwhelming force that the other team can't really do anything about. It's been such a fun, sensational season to watch, especially considering Riley Green, overall best year of his career. Kevin McGonigal about to win Rookie of the Year. Oh, and Dillon Dingler's entering MVP conversations. Oh, this team's got to be in first place, right? No, they're in fourth still.
Even if you were let's add in a couple more things that make it interesting. Spencer Torkelson, he's got 20 bombs at this point in the year. That's a pretty good bounce back from what we were scared of Spencer Torkelson being last season. Team's still not in first place. He's still not very good. Oh, wait, Max Clark, top prospect is here, and he's shining. Troy Melton is the ace of the Tigers. Like, this team, it just
They're
represents...
way better than their record.
But not even just that. This is just the Tigers over the last 3 years. Like, how lucky are we that we get to cover this team? Because they are a content machine.
They're up, they're down, they're up, they're down. It's like the top thrill dragster, man. They're either going
they don't
105 miles
stop.
per hour straight up or 90 miles an hour straight down.
It's always something going on with this team, and it's been like that for 3 straight seasons. And then we finally get the peak of it this year with them being so bad for a large chunk of the season. They trade away the back-to-back Cy Young winner in Tarek Skubal, and yet we want them to go all in, and we're talking about Dillon Dingler to win the MVP, and they might be making the playoffs. It's just, this team they're so unpredictable, and they have been for quite some time now. And the Dillon Dingler stuff represents that to a T. Dillon Dingler MVP conversations, like what? That was, if anyone ever said that, I would have told them to shut up and walked away. MVP, come on, what are you kidding? But I think the main reason for this conversation is we are so far past, is Dillon Dingler the best catcher in baseball?
Yeah, duh.
Like, no doubt.
Can I read the WAR stat?
Yeah.
Not the F4 thing, but the comparing it amongst other catchers in baseball.
Yeah.
So he is I think it's a 5.9 WAR right now. Let me make sure I get this exactly. Yeah, 5.4 WAR. F4 is 5.9. 5.4 WAR, that's the top catching spot. 2.9 is number 2, Gabriel Moreno. I mean, like, what a gap between number 1 and number 2. He's just outperforming everyone at that position. I mean, Adley Rutschman, who just got dealt to Boston, 2.3. That's a former all-star type of guy. A multi-time all-star. Dingler's blowing all these guys out of the water. It's been so fun.
And when you're the best player at your position and an extremely valuable position as well, like that's when, then the next conversation after that is MVP. It just is.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Again, I don't think he's going to win it, but for all the reasons I said about like Riley Green, best year of his career, Kevin McGonigal, rookie of the year, Dingler getting in conversations for MVP, Troy Melton, if he had qualified innings, he'd be in conversations for the Cy Young, like point blank period. Job coming back. This is all the reasons I think this team is still going to make the playoffs this year. I really believe it. They're 1 game back from the wild card, 3.5 from first place in the Central. This weekend they play the god-awful third worst team in the NL, San Francisco Giants. I'm expecting a series win. And then next week you play Cleveland and the White Sox in a homestand. You could be in first place by then. You really could be. I mean, you probably won't be. That would require the White Sox to like really keep losing. But man, Cleveland just got swept by the Mets. My prediction is 1 week from...
White Sox just got swept by the Red Sox.
True. My prediction is 1 week from now, they're in a playoff spot. I think by the end of the weekend, they might be in a playoff spot. Who does Cleveland have this weekend?
It's a great question. That matters. And even like the White Sox, too.
This weekend, Cleveland will be playing
play
the White
each
Sox.
Other. They play each other. That kind of is bad, though, right? That means one of them gets to win. Like, they're both playing so bad that I wish they were just each playing other teams. But one of them has to lose. Like, do we want one of them to sweep the other one, or do we want them to kind of just go... Like, we want the Guardians to take 2 of 3.
2 of 1. Yeah, 2 of 3.
We want the Guardians to take 2 of 3 so that they leave this series 1 game below 500 and the White Sox are 3 games above 500. Yeah.
Or honestly, is it just
it doesn't really matter.
Or do we want the White Sox to just take 2 of 1 and 2 of 3 and get Cleveland out of the wild card?
No, we can do that ourselves.
True.
We want to keep it close to that the division is still in play as well.
Cleveland does not have a hard schedule. I mean, they've got like San Fran, Colorado, the Angels, Kansas City, 4 series in a row.
They just played the Mets.
Month. This is ridiculous.
Like they just got swept by the Mets. Like I don't even think it matters that they have an easy schedule.
Their schedule's a joke.
Yeah, the fact that is crazy. Their next
those are like 4
series.
of the worst teams in the league.
Rockies, Angels, Royals. They go 3 straight series against.
Throw San Fran in there too, man. San Fran's one of the worst teams in the league record-wise.
That's hilarious.
Man, that stinks.
But yeah, just going back to, and if the Tigers can get themselves into a spot, like I only think the reason those Red Sox guys are there is because they kind of have to be. They're having such a crazy stretch right now that they do deserve to have some names thrown in the mix, I guess.
What is it, 31 of 36 games they've won?
Something like
crazy.
That. It's actually insane what they're doing. They're in the midst of another long win streak right now, either 8 or 9 in a row at this point. So yeah, they deserve to have those guys there. Ben Rice had an amazing start to the season, and he's still having a good year. Like, there's a reason he's third in MVP right now in the American League. But the Yankees have clearly shown once Aaron Judge went out, they're not the same team, and Ben Rice is not able of keeping this team afloat, whereas Dillon Dingler has been the number one reason and the number one source of winning for the Tigers over this large stretch that they've gone on winning-wise.
It's been a fun season, man. It's been entertaining. It hasn't all been fun, but it has certainly all been entertaining. This is Ben Bosscher Show live here on the Mitt. The 11 o'clock hour is brought to you by Yiter Insurance. Life happens fast, and at Yiter Insurance Group, they're here to make sure you're covered every step of the way. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for decades, they treat you like family, not just another policy number. From home and auto to business and life insurance, Yiter is the right coverage for every stage of life. Their team makes insurance simple with expert advice and real people you can talk to. That's Yiter Insurance Group. We'll be there when you need us since 1940.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
It's ultimately a very good thing that Jahmyr Gibbs got signed. Obviously, that goes without saying. It's the price of admission. Like, look, $22.5 million per season. It's a lot of money, and that's a giant cap hit. However, that's the price of admission to go consider yourself a Super Bowl contender. You have to pay whatever that price is. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the very few players in the NFL where if you remove them from the non-quarterback, because you could probably make the case for any quarterback, you remove them from the roster and they're not a Super Bowl team. But non-quarterbacks, Gibbs is amongst the most important players to an offense. I think that is what makes the Lions offense over the top this year. That is what gives them the ability to go score 30 points per game. Would this still be a good offense without him? Yes, but I don't think that they get to be that most electrifying offense in the NFL and potentially average 33 points per game and have the number one offense in the NFL without Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the type of talent I think he is. I think he is maybe the most electric player in the NFL. So I'm glad that this team ended up signing Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't really care what the number is because he's one of those guys in my mind that's pretty much worth any single price. You'll figure it out later. You just got to get him under contract and make sure he's playing football for you. Yeah. Can't overpay the super duper duper stars.
And once again, we can trust Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and even Drew Petzing when they were asked about this Gibbs thing, we're not worried about it. And we came on the show yesterday after Jonathan Taylor got paid, said, okay, now is the time. There's no reason for this to linger on any longer. And we didn't even get through the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And he was signed. So it made a lot of sense. I was expecting to come on the show today and be like, hey, if Gibbs doesn't get paid today, something's wrong. And we didn't even have to do that because he did get paid. And yeah, the number's really high. I think even the people that do fit into the you don't pay running backs group of people recognize you had to pay Gibbs, right?
Yeah.
Is this a bad deal to give out? You could think it's a bad deal. What else were you going to do? Gibbs is an extreme talent. And a lot of these other guys that have, quote unquote, reset the market, like Jonathan Taylor, who just got paid, like
Gibbs.
Saquon Barkley, who got paid 2 years ago. One, they're not Gibbs. Two, they're older than Gibbs. Like Saquon Barkley was 27 when he got the highest paid running back contract. Christian McCaffrey was in his late 20s when he got it. Gibbs is young. Bijan Robinson is young.
He's
they're
young
still
alike.
Crazy young alike. And so I think there's just no alternative here. And maybe we are entering a second wave. This stuff comes and goes. We had a stretch of time in football where running backs didn't get drafted in the first round. Even if Derrick Henry didn't get drafted in the first round. Are you kidding me? That guy's a first-round talent. You see him in college as a year at Alabama.
Well, think about the last three drafts.
That's what I'm saying. It was because everybody was told you can't draft a running back in the first round. That has gone. Gibbs and Bijan changed that. Since then, we've seen Ashton Genty go in the top 10. We just saw Jeremiah Love go third overall, the third pick in the draft. At the end of the day, the whole running backs are not valued the same as other positions. Is that just going away?
I think it is.
Is that just becoming no longer a thing?
I think it is, honestly. The last four draft classes, there was not a single running back taken in the 2024 first round, which maybe kind of debunks it a little bit.
But that one didn't have who were the RBs in that class again? I don't even think there was dudes in that class.
The top running back in that class was Jonathan Brooks, who was coming off of a...
yeah, who still has not played.
Correct.
Yeah, that class just wasn't very good running back wise.
God, the next running back in that class was
Trey Benson.
Yeah, that was
that's just crazy. A bad class. And just that happens with quarterback classes too.
And if there's a great running back now, teams are not afraid to take them.
Yeah, I think Jacob in our YouTube chat puts this really well, and you've mentioned this as well. He says Gibbs is a top 3 weapon in the league. He just happens to play running back.
That's a brilliant way of putting it.
If he was a wide receiver and he got this contract, you know what we'd be saying?
Holy
oh my
cow.
God, this is the biggest steal
cow.
ever. Zay Flowers just got $35 million, and we're getting Gibbs for this price?
Yeah, for 20.
It's just because we've been told running backs can't make this amount.
Who are the best just straight up weapons in the NFL?
I think still most of them are wide receivers.
Gibbs, Chase, Jefferson, Puka, Gibbs, Bijan. Are those your top 5?
I think you just said
JSN?
6 guys. Maybe 7 even.
Yeah, I would argue Gibbs might be 1.
I think Gibbs and Bijan are the 2 running backs, and I think they might be 1 and 2. Truly.
I think
because of their ability to do both. Their red zone threat ability while also just being able to have a 75-yard touchdown at any given play of the game. I think Taylor belongs to be up there as well, just from that perspective. Like, I understand that the wide receivers, we view them higher. The running backs have the ball more. They have the game-breaking ability more than the wide receivers do.
For sure. And I think with Bijan, it's not like a discredit to him because the way he breaks tackles is unlike anything there is in the NFL right now. That's kind of his thing. You're just not going to be able to tackle him in space, and even if you get two hands on him, you're probably not bringing him down. Gibbs' ability to just, as soon as he finds space, he's just gone. 70 yards, see you later. You're never going to catch him. His ability to change directions while not slowing down, I think it's the best in the NFL. Like, I don't think there's another player in the NFL that has that ability the way that Jahmyr Gibbs does. The change of direction without slowing down is unmatched across. There's a lot of fast guys. Gibbs is a fast guy. He's got a different sort of speed to him, a football speed that truly makes no sense. I really wonder what his 40 would have been if he ran it. Not that it really matters. 40s are maybe the most overrated thing that you can possibly learn about a player.
Yeah, good point. Esco kind of just chiming in as well with the same weapon conversation. He says, with pass catching becoming such a huge part of running backs' games, I can't remember a time where RBs were ever as important.
Yeah, and for
Especially
some reason you get them on a bargain.
Elites. Yeah. Like, that's the part about this that I will never, I'm not going to look at this Gibbs deal and be like, man, that's sketchy. When you just see what the wide receiver prices are.
Yeah. J-Mo's making more than
Who's
Gibbs.
a better weapon, Zay Flowers or Jahmyr Gibbs? Who's a better offensive player, a more important offensive player? I will never, ever believe it's Zay Flowers.
Bring it down from Zay Flowers.
And he's making $10 million less.
How about Christian Watson?
Right, yeah. Like, Alec Pierce is making the same amount of money as Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, when you look at some of the guys who are in the same tier, the wide receivers-wise, yeah, it's an unbelievable steal.
Chris Godwin is making just as much money as
Godwin.
Wow. Godwin and Diggs are the guys who are making just as much money as
Jahmyr what was
Gibbs.
the number on Diggs' deal? I never saw it.
$21 million. Wait, this is last year. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I would assume Diggs' deal was not as much this year.
Chris Godwin's your closest thing to what Gibbs is making at $22 million per season. Him and Devontae Adams, the same deal. Christian Watson, $23 million a year. He's making more than Jahmyr Gibbs.
Crazy.
Cortland Sutton making more than Jahmyr Gibbs. Calvin Ridley, who sucked last season, making more than Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, what are we doing? This is crazy to me. I mean, Gibbs is barely making more than Jacoby Myers. And he's a way better player than all those guys. So I think it's kind of hard to say that he got overpaid. You don't pay running backs? Okay, fine. Gibbs isn't a running back. He's a weapon. They said it from day one that this guy was going to be way different than anybody else that the Lions have drafted. They called him a weapon. It's true. He's the best weapon in the NFL in my mind. John says, on our YouTube, not John Vicari, but a different John Texton says, defenses win Super Bowl. The Lions don't have one. Get real. This team is not going to have a 13-win season the way that you're talking about. Yeah, I think they're still.
Yeah, you said they were going to have a 14-win season.
Yeah, I think they're going to average like 33 points a game. We'll see what their defense looks like. I think there's still upside to where they can be close to a top 10 defense. I don't think it's going to be their like superpower, but I think there is a world where their defense is fine this year if Brian Branch comes back and is himself. Because you have Campbell, you have Branch, you have Hutchinson, and then like McNeil's kind of your wild card. You've got talent at every level, secondary linebackers and the front seven.
Did you see Ennis Rakestraw yesterday?
Saw the highlights they posted.
Break up that pass of J-Mo. Dude, that catch that J-Mo had, by the way, the touchdown, you saw that one?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, J-Mo's going to become the wide receiver 2 this year. I'm like drunk off the Honolulu.
He's going to become he is a wide receiver 2. What do you mean he's going to become the wide receiver 2?
The best wide receiver 2 in the NFL. I'm so drunk off the Kool-Aid, dude. I need football back so bad in my life.
Well, you got Tigers on tonight, so.
I'm excited for the Tigers this weekend, man. Job on the mound on Saturday.
Ooh. Very pumped up for Job's return. I wonder how much off the leash they're going to let him go. He's had quite a few rehab starts.
Let him
I
go.
would doubt he goes more than 5 innings. Just because any of his rehab starts, he didn't go that long. But, yeah, I'm very excited to get him back. Which he should be pitching in that White Sox series. Would be his first start back at Comerica Park. Or no, it'll be the Cleveland series, actually. Yeah, he'll pitch against Cleveland.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, it'd be Thursday, right? That'd be the.
Oh, yeah, it would be. Well, no, they play the Tigers on Thursday. But Montero's the Thursday starter. So, yeah, it wouldn't be until Chicago.
Max Clark also going to get his home debut next week. Yeah.
That's right. Max Clark hasn't played at home yet.
Yeah, they brought him up in a 9-game West Coast
Kind of
trip.
smart though, right? Like let him get his feet wet, and then he'll come back and he's ready to go. There's not a lot of pressure.
And not only that, the way that he's playing, he's been on base every game in his career so far, all 6 of them, right? 6 games. He's going to get an enormous standing. Like, this crowd is going to welcome him into Comerica Park. They're going to be so happy. All right. I'll be honest, I don't really know anything about technology. That's why I trust Link Technology in Midland. They handle all the complicated stuff like IT support, cybersecurity, cloud services, networking. So I don't have to stress about it. Whatever your business needs, their team knows exactly what to do to make it easy and understandable along the way. That's Link Technology, the experts who keep the business running smooth so you can focus on what you do best.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid. on 100.9 The Myth.
It's 11:30. You know the drill. Kyle Sandel, take it away with the news.
The Mets Morning Catch.
Okay, more news. Let's take a look at the community calendar presented by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. This weekend in Midland, we got a Gus Macker going on. It's at Northwood University tomorrow and Sunday. Gus Macker tournaments. If you want to come check it out or check out all the details, you can go to maxlovesmidland.com/community-calendar. Did you ever play in a Gus Macker?
I've never played in a Gus Macker. No.
I never have either. It was always like a big deal when I was younger, but I never played in one. So yeah.
Yeah, I never have either. Why is it not downtown this year? Usually they close off a whole section of downtown to go play Gus Macker's downtown. It's fun. Then the basketball hoops are there, and then I just go down there and shoot.
It's at Northwood this year.
Dumb.
Okay. Sorry. Guess I should have said something else. Let's do other trade talks. Or not trade talks. News stuff. Sean McVay talking about Aaron Donald. He says Aaron Donald was tremendous in his Rams workout, and they're awaiting his call on whether or not he's going to actually come back and be with the team or not, despite his tryout going pretty well. He called it the best tryout of all time.
What do you want to? I mean, we may as well share with the people what we did this morning, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We were just looking at NFL award odds because I wanted to see what Gibbs was, and we found out Gibbs was plus 650, Bijan was plus 900 to win Offensive Player of the Year. Those guys were tied at plus 1,000 a couple weeks ago. So Gibbs is just now the heavy favorite to win the award. So we were just goofing around looking at these other odds.
Yeah, just goofing off.
Comeback Player of the Year, Aaron Donald odds are listed even though he hasn't signed at plus 750. Book that right now. Kyle and I both saw that and immediately bet on it because the second Aaron Donald signs, those odds are jumping to plus 450?
Yeah, plus 500 probably at the worst.
This is the best value you'll get on it. Aaron Donald right now plus 750, 7-1 to win.
Yeah,
comeback player of the year.
Look,
all he has to do is play and he'll win it.
The Mahomes story is cool. Obviously he's the best quarterback in the league coming back from being injured. So as long as he has a good year, he's going to be in the mix. But Donald hasn't played in years.
3
and
years?
He's coming back, and if he's great, they're going to give him the award. But I don't know. They also didn't give the award to DeMar Hamlin. So it's
What about Travis Hunter, though? Plus 5,500.
Travis Hunter. Yeah, that's pretty good. As far as odds go, let's let you know the update on the MLB odds leaders. We've been talking about the MVP in the American League. Win the National League. Shohei Ohtani, Pete Crow Armstrong. Still tied. Minus 110 right now. PCA kind of was the whole, maybe Pete Crow Armstrong should be the MVP guy until it actually became real. Because Ohtani just hasn't been pitching, and PCA has been awesome. And I think the Cubs sweeping the Dodgers the other day really helped play into that, and PCA had another really great series. Cy Young in the American League, Dillon Cease and Cam Schlittler are neck and neck, but Cease took the lead on Schlittler for the first time in months. Last night, he's minus 115 now. Schlittler is minus 105, so it's neck and neck there. Basically a two-pitcher race in the AL. Jacob Mizorowski likely has the Cy Young in the National League wrapped up. He's minus 600 with Chris Sale and a couple of Phillies pitchers right behind him. And then Kevin McGonigal, the American League Rookie of the Year, minus 450 right now.
Woo.
The heavy favorite to win the award. He has been awesome this season. No shock that he is at the top of that list to win Rookie of the Year.
And just don't get hurt, and he's probably going home with some hardware this year.
Right, exactly. Please stay healthy. All right, let's talk Kawhi Leonard. Pablo Torre, he finds out. Well, he found out more because it wasn't just aspiration that was helping Kawhi Leonard make extra cash while he was a part of the Clippers. He finds out that the scoreboard operating company Daktronics, which if you've ever worked for a sports team ever, basically most of them use Daktronics for their scoreboard. Kawhi Leonard had an undisclosed sponsorship deal with Daktronics. Pablo Torre spoke with someone who was close to the situation. They wouldn't reveal who they were. They had a blurred out face and their voice was changed on the appearance on Pablo Torre's podcast. But he said this was absolutely another way that the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard used a way to circumvent the salary cap by paying him. A sponsorship deal with Daktronics.
Yeah, it's looking worse and worse and worse for Kawhi Leonard, because I was always like, well, what is he supposed to do? Turn down money? He probably didn't even really know what he was doing. Even if he did, it's more of the agent's fault. It's now getting to a point where it's like, what? This guy's just like scheming to get money in a trillion different ways. I'd like to know how much money he got from Aspiration and Daktronics.
Yeah. I mean, the Aspiration stuff sounded like it was a crazy amount. What I just don't understand is, like, it's not like Kawhi Leonard was making $5 million last year from the Clips. He was making $50 million. $50 million wasn't enough? Like, they had to do all this other, like, illegal activity to pay him more money under the table because $50 million wasn't enough?
And I don't know if he, like, because they could easily position this like, oh, we're going to get you hooked up with, like, a sponsor with these guys, and you'll make an extra $10 million. And, like, as a player, it's not really your job to be like, huh, that sounds fishy. You kind of just accept that, and it's your agent's job to understand. So, like, that part of it still exists, but, man, there's just so much and so much more just being added onto this. When do you think the NBA will find anything out? Because Pablo Torre sure seems to find out. The NBA, they don't find out anything. They're still investigating, and it's been over a year.
Who's the bigger loser here, the Clippers or Kawhi?
The NBA. The NBA is the biggest loser.
Actually, no, the biggest loser is ESPN, because they have to do all these stories about, like, look what Pablo Torre, our former employee, found out.
I thought he still works for ESPN.
No, he's been gone from ESPN. He does his own thing.
But he still hosts,
No, he doesn't.
Pardon the interruption sometimes.
No, he doesn't.
He's done with that?
Yeah, he's been done with that.
No, I think the biggest loser is still Adam Silver, because he can't seem to figure anything out while Pablo Torre's found it all out.
Yeah, how is he finding all of this out? I don't know. It's just kind of what he does. It's in his name. Okay, a couple other things going on in the news, and then we will get to our 3 traditions to close every show. Tom Brady, apparently, this is according to Dan Graziano of ESPN, Tom Brady is the one behind the Raiders urging to bench Fernando Mendoza until he is ready. Tom Brady is the one that says, hey, we should not be playing Mendoza until we believe he's ready. Kirk Cousins was announced that he's going to be the QB1 in preseason, in training camp, whatever you want to call it, but they have yet to announce a week 1 starter. They won't for quite some time probably, but it seems more and more likely that it's going to be Kirk Cousins, and Tom Brady is the one that wants it.
Of course he does. Look, I think he got taken 1.01. I think typically you start those guys week 1. I will say I don't think Fernando Mendoza was like this, generational 1.01, can't miss guy. Like, if he was in the 2024 class with, like, with Caleb and Drake May and Jaden Daniels, like, he could have been the 4th quarterback in that class. So for that reason, I guess
McCarthy
I understand.
even went over him.
Huh?
I said, would McCarthy maybe even went over him?
Yeah, like, for that reason, I kind of understand why you don't start him week 1. It's not at all surprising to find out Brady's behind this, where he's like, well, if I wasn't a starter week 1, well, I know what's best, so, like, this guy shouldn't be a starter either. Okay, dude.
Classic Brady. Just go fight Logan Paul again, man. Jaylen Brown, speaking, finally was introduced to the Philadelphia 76ers. There was a lot of speculation about this, like maybe they were waiting to introduce him until they traded Joel Embiid. That obviously didn't happen.
Yeah, and then they realized nobody wants Joel Embiid.
Yeah. Jaylen Brown, just when talking about his transition to Sixers, he says it's been crazy, and then he was asked if he has spoken to Jason Tatum since being traded, and he said, not really.
What does that mean, not really? It's either a yes or a no, dude. What do you mean, not really?
He said, not really.
I don't even know what that means.
Not really to me means maybe Jason Tatum texted him and was like, good luck in Philly, bro. And he was
said,
like, thanks.
And then he took a screenshot and sent it to somebody?
That to me would be not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he took a screenshot and posted it on Twitter and said motivation.
Or send it to his group chat. It's like, see, these guys text me.
He texted to Kobe and said, this is for you, Kobe.
That might be the worst thing any NBA players, any professional athlete has done in the last decade.
What, Tatum texting Kobe before Game 7 and being like...
And then posting it on Twitter.
We need this, like, I'm going to win this game, Kobe.
And then wearing a Lakers armband as a member of the Celtics. Yeah, that was insane.
It was pretty insane. Couple more things in the news. Purdue has a new athletic director. This is hilarious stuff. I don't even know his name. McClelland is his last name. Don't know the first name. He went at Indiana at his introductory press conference. For some reason, he says, quote, here at Purdue, we're going to win championships. And if you don't want to win championships, then go to Indiana.
Oh, boy.
The team that just won the college football national championship.
Do you want me to read you some of the
there.
Indiana scores from last year? 56-6, 55-10, 56-3 against Purdue, 63-10. Every single thing I just named was a Big Ten score. They beat Indiana State 73-0 also, by the way. What the F is this guy thinking? Kirk Cignetti might hang 75 on this guy. They beat Alabama 38-3. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Why would you say that to the most psychotic, like, deranged, competitive coach we have in college football now? Why would you say that?
Why would you just say that at all? Like, just say, like, we were competing for championships at Purdue. Bam, you end it there. Because it's not saying, it's not leaving it to football. It's just leaving it all up in the air for everything.
Indiana beat Purdue 56-3 last year at Purdue, and Mendoza only threw for 117 yards. And they still hung 56 on. What are they
Yeah.
What are you doing,
It's an
man?
unbelievable statement to make, but it's got people like you and I talking about it, so I guess that's pretty important. I want to do one more thing in the news. ESPN releasing their top 10 college football villains of all time. I thought this was kind of fun. Do you want to just try to guess like a couple of the ones that are on here? There's
All
a couple,
time.
but try to guess the current ones. There is a current team, there's a current coach, and there is a current quarterback
Lane
all in the
Kiffin's
mix here.
got to be villain one currently.
Lane Kiffin is the number 2 villain of all time.
Nick
Steve
Saban
Spurrier is number 1.
Who is?
Steve Spurrier, coach of
Saban
Florida
on here?
in the 90s. Saban not on here.
Oh.
Not a villain.
Dabo
The top
Sweeney?
The top quarterback though played about 10 years ago. Heisman.
Oh, Johnny Manziel?
Johnny Manziel, number 3.
Dude, Johnny Manziel was not a villain. Everybody loved Johnny Manziel.
He was so a villain.
Yeah, but everybody loved
He
him.
went and got drunk after the games, like publicly, like didn't care. When he hung out with Drake.
He was a villain to the media.
Sure.
Every college football fan loved watching Johnny Manziel.
And then there's a current NFL quarterback that is on here.
Baker.
No, I know this one. I figured to be Baker. Better than Baker.
Better in college than Baker.
They both won Heisman's.
Kyler? No, he wasn't a villain.
Baker was probably better in college. Hey, but they only had this guy was actually probably better.
Who?
The guy who's on here.
Yeah, who is it?
Caleb Williams.
He was not a villain.
I think they're calling him a villain because he painted his nails. Probably.
It's ridiculous.
The other guys on this list: Tim Tebow, Deion Sanders on here.
What did Tim Tebow do to become a villain?
Because he was like religious, I guess maybe. Notre Dame, just as a team, as a university, gets to be on here. The 1990 Miami Hurricanes, and then ESPN puts themselves on the list. ESPN is number 7.
There's no way to do an objective list with this. Zero way.
Yeah, it's just all over the place. Yeah.
Good self-awareness, though. Villainizing yourself. Really smart. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Need something shipped? Prime Package Plus compares all 4 major carriers, UPS, FedEx, USPS, DHL, to get you the best price. Right now, save $5 on any service with a minimum $25 purchase. Stop by Prime Package Plus on North Saginaw Road in Midland today.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh 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 yeah.
By Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
All right, we have 3 traditions to close out every single show.
Oh, we're not doing Sarah's take of the day today?
Sarah, you got a take? Come on. They can't hear you.
Wow, she actually does have a take. I was mainly just making a joke.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Sarah. What's
Hey.
going on?
What's
It's
your
been a
take of the
while.
day?
What are you thinking?
So, okay, this is what
What's
I've
been
been
on your
thinking
mind?
about. I've been talking to Joe about it. So,
Buffalo Joe.
Buffalo Joe, yes. I think that the NFL should do like a March Madness bracket for going to the Super Bowl. So I think they take the top 16 and they do it like March Madness style. That's
Is
been
that-
my hot
is that
How's
not
that different
already
what
how
they
it
do?
is?
They have 14
It's a
teams.
one-game
'cause they just
elimination
do-
game. It's not like
no,
there's
but they
series.
just do like it's literally like March Madness. They
Yeah,
only
no,
have
yeah, we do.
two conferences.
Oh, it's literally like it.
Yeah, and then they take the number 1 team, number 16 team, and they play each other.
Oh, you're saying get rid of conferences?
Yeah, I don't like the conferences
Oh, I
in
see what you're
general
saying.
because I just simply cannot keep track of who's.
So
in
it could
what.
be like the Lions versus the Bills in round 1 of the playoffs.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
it gets pretty
see,
crazy.
here's my pushback on that. It creates really good rivalries because you play the same teams in the playoffs over and over again if you keep the conferences. Like
Yeah,
the Bill,
I don't disagree with you with the
This is Joe
rivalries.
infiltrating your mind because he doesn't want to play Kansas City anymore. That's what this is.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah,
Wrong.
I don't want to play Kansas City. We should be the 1 seed and have to play like the Tampa Bay
Is that
Buccaneers.
what Joe sounds like?
No, that's what you sound like right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This isn't a bad one, Sarah. This
You
is
know,
not bad.
It's
I've
not
just
your
been
worst
thinking
take.
about it. I haven't really vetted it out, but I was like, that would be kind of cool. And then you make brackets, so you have brackets for.
Well, you can
Yeah.
make brackets now.
Yeah, I know, but it makes it kind of more fun.
You think it should be seeded 1 through 16 rather than 1 through 7 and then a restart?
Correct.
16 teams is too many to make the playoffs.
I know, but it makes the season longer. Everyone loves football.
Yeah, I think it's already too
True.
long.
Everyone loves football.
Everyone loves football.
All right. Thanks, Sarah. See
Thanks,
ya.
Sarah.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Yep. All right, let's get to our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
All right. Tigers money line. I'm riding it again. We hit it yesterday with plus odds. Now there's minus odds on it. Some juice. Minus 124. San Fran sucks. I expect them to win this series and have a really strong West Coast trip. They have a TBD pitcher today, which probably means it's just a bullpen day.
Yeah.
San Fran's bullpen ranks 19th in total ERA.
Ooh.
So I'm feeling pretty good about the Tigers heading to San Fran. The way that they're playing right now, who knows? Maybe it'll be 13-0.
This pick is to win the week for you as well. You are 0.24 units up on the week right now, so a big-time pick today, obviously.
Did you see the stat that they've won a game in 3 straight series where they've won a team, they've won a 8 or more to nothing shutout?
Say that again.
So 3 straight series, they've had a game in which they've had a shutout win of 8 runs or more with the offense put up.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
insane.
That is. Yeah, I love, man, it's so nice to get the breaks. It's so nice when the team is just up 8-0, and it's just like, oh, this is nice. Sigh of relief here. Yeah, I'll tell this today. Go Tigers.
All right, that is our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
I found the actual stat. This is insane. This might be the craziest stat I've ever said. The Tigers are the second team in MLB history to have 10-plus run shutout in 3 consecutive series. 14-0 against Baltimore, 11-0 against the A's, 11-0 against the Mariners. Last team to do this, the Boston Bean Eaters in 1897.
That feels like you can't say that.
Bean Eaters?
Right?
1987. I mean, you were allowed to do whatever you wanted in 1987.
That's a good point. 1897?
1897, yeah. There's no rules.
That's a good point, yeah. Ty Cobb was still walking around.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Do anything.
Yeah, that's over 100 years, man. That's crazy. All right. That's our lock of the day. Next is our game of the day.
Game of the day.
Shame on us for not having the Hall of Fame game as the game of the day.
Yeah,
yesterday.
shame on us.
Shame on me, I
What do you mean
guess.
shame on us. Nobody was watching that.
Okay, sorry.
Except for me.
Cleveland and the White Sox gets the game of the day. Really, really got to watch this one for the Tigers' sake.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cleveland in Chicago, 7:40, game of the day.
Game of the day.
I got 2 words for you. Steve Nash and Chris Paul. Must-see TV.
Suck it, Bears fans. Oh, okay. Let's get to our final tradition. That is guessing what Colin Cowherd is opening his show with. What do we think? Somebody score yesterday?
No, he led with the New York Giants being a blue blood of football, but they're not like the other ones. It was like a whole Giants take.
As in they're like not a blue blood?
Yeah. So no one got a point yesterday. It is your turn to go first, which I'm cool with because I don't know what to pick today.
Carson Beck talk?
Is it? I was like, that's probably what I would pick.
He might mention it. I don't think it's his open.
It's probably just a random football thing today.
You know what?
Kawhi? No.
Give me the Chiefs. Why not?
The Chiefs.
Start throw. Give me the Chiefs. Start throw.
I think I'll take what you did yesterday. I'll go with the Rams, Aaron Donald.
I like both of these answers.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Looking for bullseyes, you know?
Yeah.
Blinds.
What if he led with the Tigers?
It is weird to hear national guys like Simmons or like Colin just mention the Tigers. I'm just so not used to that, you know? It's weird.
What if he led with Dillon Dingler MVP?
I would be happy. All right, that's going to do it for us this weekend. Enjoy the Jackson Jobe start tomorrow, one of the last free weekends of the summer. We'll talk to you guys Monday at 9 o'clock. See you guys then.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The